Fans, the Black Bears are right back at home tomorrow night on Saturday to take on the Watertown Wolves at 7 p.m. Cap off your hockey weekend with the Binghamton Black Bears and grab your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Should I get a COVID vaccine? I have concerns.
Are there still health risks associated with COVID if I don't get a vaccine?
Does getting the vaccine protect others around me?
The answer is yes. Getting the COVID vaccine protects you from serious illness and those around you that you may expose, especially those with certain health issues. Ask your healthcare professional about your concerns and the easiest way for you to get a vaccine. Remember, it's not just COVID.
All about you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around. So stand up and cheer. Look back to the beer. Good things. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Now inside the Tully's Coaches Corner, I'm here with head coach Brant Sherwood. And Coach Sherwood, we were just spoken before we got on the air about it feels like it's been forever since the Black Bears have played a home game. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a while, and you kind of forget how much you love this place, and the excitement's already in our locker room tonight. So I just can't wait to get out there and feel the vibe.
You know, you guys are inching closer to the playoffs. So we talked about it earlier this week at Tully's Good Times, but
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks. Fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
now inside the Tully's Coaches Corner, I'm here with head coach Brant Sherwood. And Coach Sherwood, we were just spoken before we got on the air about it feels like it's been forever since the Black Bears have played a home game. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a while, and you kind of forget how much you love this place, and the excitement's already in our locker room tonight. So I just can't wait to get out there and feel the vibe.
You know, you guys are inching closer to the playoffs. So we talked about it earlier this week at Tully's Good Times, but with 20 games left, you're looking at it as in 2 sets of 10. How do you trying to...
on the blue line, in between the pipes tonight, you get a good look at him, rocking that brand new Syracuse Crunch hockey stick. It's Nolan Egbert looking for his 6th win of his Black Bear career. Watertown, the adversaries tonight, also wearing a different colored jersey. This is their alternate jersey that fades from a very, very light gray to navy at the bottom. So, a little bit of a color rush going on here tonight between Watertown and the Black Bears. A lot of SUNY Morrisville Mustangs making their pro debuts here tonight. 3 Mustangs are slated to get their first touch of pro hockey. As I welcome in my partner, Cole Parenti. Cole, it's been a while since the Black Bears have been on the ice, but inching ever so close to the playoffs here tonight at home.
Yeah, Brooks, it's been a real long time since the Black Bears have been back home here in the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena, and I'm sure they're glad to be home after a long trip to Detroit, a few trips out to Elmira. Now they're finally back to face a struggling opponent in the Watertown Wolves, who've only won 2 of their last 10 games. And in those 2 games, they've only come away with 5 out of 6 points, Brooks. So the Black Bears looking to take care of some business tonight. They've been beating up on the Wolves pretty much all season. We'll see if that continues tonight.
Black Bears without Taylor McCloy, and Justin Somero was activated this morning from the SPHL. Connor McAnanama out with an illness today, was scheduled to be the starting goaltender tonight, and Egbert was going to back up, but more on that in just a little bit. We're step aside real quick for the presentation of the national anthem, and God Bless America.
Frozen Juniors. And now, to honor our country, with the performance of our national anthem, please welcome Blue Ridge Central Schools.
That was Blue Ridge Central Schools performing their rendition of the national anthem. Local Cub Scout Pack 43 out of Appalachian, New York, presenting the colors here tonight.
Not the Bobcats, correct? Blue Ridge?
Yes, that would be correct. When I said Blue Ridge Central Schools, that would imply that it wasn't the Bobcats.
Yes, just
so part of American Special Hockey Association night, along with the specialty jerseys. And we have a ceremonial puck drop going on right now. Michael Mercurio will join Tyson Kirkby down there in the corner. They're posed for a quick photo. And great opportunity to have over 500 hockey players. That was Cole Damiani dropping the puck, and that is a locker room assistant, Taylor Esposito, with the Black Bears right there, dropping that second puck. So 2 ceremonial puck drops tonight for the price of 1. But let's get to tonight's goaltending matchup, brought to you by our friends over at the Thompson & Johnson Equipment Company. You see Nolan Egbert on the right side of your screen right now, coming in with a 5-2-1 record, a .335 goals against average, and an .876 save percentage. Nolan Egbert wearing 35 in green and white. And on the other side, Elio Bouchard, 6-7-1 on the year, 4.02 goals against average, and a save percentage of .906. Got some new faces on both sides here tonight, wearing some new numbers. And right off the rip for Watertown, sending out former captain Trevor Grasby of the Mooresville State University Mustangs, wearing 55 in, I would say, blue, but a gradient of gray to blue. So, but there's definitely enough contrast between the two sides. Alexander Gamzatov will start against his former team here tonight, along with Michael Mercurio up front, as the ice crew makes its final passes around. Get to the officials for tonight's game in just a little bit, but now it's time to put the puck on the ice for the BAE Systems opening faceoff. So, 20 minutes up on the big board, and the puck is dropped. One back by the Black Bears, and a Color Rush Friday night is officially underway, brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction for this first period. Gamzatov comes flying in, looking to enact a little bit of revenge against his former team. Gamzatov played 4 games at the beginning of the year with this Black Bears club. Oliveri with a high rising shot, takes a funny bounce off the glass, and it squirts into the blue paint. Kirkby trying to start the cycle on the half wall. It's poked off of his stick and floated back out in between the blue lines for a quick dump in. Binghamton and Watertown will change here 40 seconds in.
Brooks, good to see number 44, Jake Schultz, back in action tonight, activated off the IR earlier today. He draws in right away. He'll be next to JT Walters. Those two have played together for quite some time, going back to last season. And the big man, with 2 4s on his back, gets that puck in deep, and it's good to see him back on his feet.
So, look out, a little collision down low. As Smith tries to center up in between the 5-hole. I think he was trying to go to Jake Schultz. It bounces off the backside of Bouchard's stick, and the Black Bears have an early 1-0 lead.
Well, it all kind of starts with Jake Schultz jumping the rush. He gets the puck in deep, finishes the check on his man, and Connor Smith stays hot. That's 5 goals in 2 games after his 4-goal performance to the west of here in Elmira. And Connor Smith can't do anything to cool that stick down, Brooks. He's going to have to run it under some water. It's so hot.
So Connor Smith, as Cole said, coming off a 4-goal performance, the first player in Black Bears history to record 4 goals in a single game. Multiple players had recorded a hat trick, but nobody had recorded 4 until Connor Smith did on Valentine's Day last week.
He loves scoring goals, Brooks.
Thrown back in. Bouchard gets a touch on it. And officially an unassisted goal for Connor Smith, as Fletcher given a bump on the half wall by Pavlov. Pushed down. And Trevor Lord comes streaking in. Lord, a shot well wide of Egbert's net. Came out wide and far, challenging taking away the angle of the Watertown shooter. Got a tie up down low between Lord and Weber. Early ice conditions. A couple players hitting the playing surface a little early here in this one. 16 against 16 as Lord gets passed off from Liam Anderson. Back over to the point. Watertown was in the process of changing their defense, and they try to catch Binghamton in the process of changing their forwards. See a new number out on the ice this season for the Black Bears. That is number 15, Stephen Jervis, also from SUNY Morrisville, playing. And now Watertown, as I say that, ties up the game. I believe that was Botero going far side against Nolan Egbert. And those two line changes proved costly for the Black Bears, as maybe everything didn't get squared away. Botero goes one-on-one, maybe uses the defender as a screen, and Watertown ties the game.
Yeah, and they're going to be looking for different guys to score tonight. Brooks, Chiwetin Blacksmith on the injured list, and Tate Leeson suspended. Trevor Lord can't carry the weight of the ship himself. It's Botero who gets them off and running early with a snipe of a shot right to the glove side of Nolan Egbert.
So Watertown ties the game up very quickly. And now a quick touch of the puck from the red line in Binghamton's third line. Trying to start a forecheck. Puck is held in by Bond, and forwards changing now for Binghamton. Utoro, 4 games, 4 points for the Black Bears. 21-year-old from Wyoming, Michigan. Joined the team up in Motor City, which feels like an eternity ago when we were up in Michigan.
Brooks' father's in attendance tonight. I saw Mr. Utoro up in the Black Bear office getting some tickets, so that's cool.
Oh, that's nice. So Kirkby chops at it, and it floats into the safety net and hits the sweet spot where it falls into the front row, and looks like a lucky fan's going home with a souvenir. 3:15 gone here in the first period, and we are tied up at 1 apiece. Connor Smith for the Black Bears and Mark Botero for the Wolves. Botero's 9th of the season, and Connor Smith's 21st.
Yeah, Botero gets the assist from Tomasi, and Trevor Lord gets the secondary assist as he adds himself onto the score sheet nice and early. He is going to be a big part of this Watertown offense today, and he's got to try not to do too much and put himself into some dangerous chances where he's going to turn over the puck.
Well, that stoppage. I want to tell you that the first period always brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. Learn, shop, repair, or all things billiards. Visit their store in Vestal, or visit them online at dragonbilliardsinstruction.com. Oliveri turns the puck over, and this is a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Tomasi springs in and scores over the glove of Nolan Egbert, and Watertown has a 2-1 lead just like that.
Yeah, it looks like Don Oliveri got slashed on his left arm. He's complaining. He's definitely in some pain, but if the refs don't call it, it doesn't matter. Tomasi, who had the primary assist on the Botero goal here, just gets a nice pass, comes streaking in. And Nolan Egbert having some problems on that glove side. He's letting 2 so far, both to that glove side.
Nothing you can do on a breakaway. You just hope the goalie can bail you out that time. Watertown able to capitalize. Lord comes flying in, shot blocked. And a rebound chance from Lord is thrown into the corner. So Botero and Tomasi both with 2 points so far here early, and we haven't even played 4 minutes yet.
Just kind of returning the favor as Tomasi assisted Botero primary, and now vice versa on the second goal.
So Connor Smith tries a toe drag, and Thornton now coming down the right wing side. He shoots, and a good bounce back save from Egbert, fighting that one off on the glove side. Watertown retrieves the puck in down low, and they're pull it up to the blue line, and a soft backhander is slapped away, and a kick save made by Egbert. Rebound controlled by Connor Smith, and the Cowboy saddles up at the red line and just throws it in for Bouchard to make an easy touch of the puck. It's fanned on the clearing attempt, centered up for Logar, and a beautiful back check by Pavlov down low to nullify that scoring chance for the Black Bears. Coming back the other way, a shoulder save by Egbert, maybe rising that puck up onto the glass. And it's Chase DeBari looking to give the Wolves a 2-goal advantage here in this one. Shots early favoring the Wolves 4-2.
Yeah, and this is not an area the Wolves have played with often, having a lead they've been struggling. So to get out on this Binghamton Black Bear team early is definitely going to help their confidence. And we'll see if Binghamton can respond after giving up 2 goals.
Pavlov had to wait up at the line temporarily. He does skate into the zone, but it's knocked away. Utoro on the far side of your screen at the half wall, couldn't clear. Now there's a pile up near the corner. Loose puck banks off the back side of the net, but it's calmly glided out. And as Jervis in the neutral zone is able to take it right back. Jervis over to Logar in front of the Watertown bench, and look out. Fans were alert, and that puck is saucered into about the 8th row here at the arena. Take a timeout, come back, 14:33 left to go. Watertown leads 2-1 here early.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back, everybody. 14:33 left to go here, and as Cole mentioned before we went to commercial, a little bit of unfamiliar territory here for the Black Bears being down early here at home. We just played the first 5 minutes. Shots are 4-2 favoring the visiting Watertown Wolves, who have come out with a fire lit under them and jumping out in front of Binghamton early here at home. Watertown without Tate Leeson tonight. Binghamton without Gavin Yates. Watertown without head coach Brian Verbeek tonight, serving the final game of his suspension.
Watertown also without Chiwetin Blacksmith, who's been a huge part of their offense over the last few games. He's their 3rd leading goal scorer.
So Stone couldn't corral that puck. Linesman waved off icing as we're back to play. Stretch pass over for Jesse Anderson, over for Tyson Kirkby rather. A little bit too far ahead of Anderson to corral. Bond pinching in from the blue line and takes a hit from Black, wearing 76 tonight. Normally the number of Blacksmith, but it's just Smith tonight. That is just Black. It's Jacob Black wearing 76, old Chiwetin Blacksmith's number. So Bond, a backhander, taking some funny bounces in front of that Watertown net in this end. Oliveri knocked down to the ice, and we got a hand pass as Sergeyev and Oliveri getting tangled up with each other, and Tabasi trying to bite off maybe a little bit more than he can chew with Oliveri. Linesman getting involved early here in this one as they're going to try to separate those two gentlemen before this escalates here early in the first period.
Yeah, Don Oliveri coming back from the 15-day IR, so you know he's nice and rested and ready to go if someone wants to give him a little trouble. I'm not sure they do. He's a tough customer, as the Don father will take a seat in the box, and here we go.
Oh, Jake Schultz and Chase Tabari. Schultz in his first fight as a Black Bear, throwing haymakers, yanking the jersey.
Well, those are some long arms Chase Tabari messed with. Jake Schultz just kind of pushed him away and had him reach and couldn't even get anywhere close to him, Brooks. That was not even a fair contest, if you ask me.
So 6-12, a slew of penalties going to be given out here. Don Oliveri and Chase Tabari were the first ones, as Jake Schultz sent to the locker room here just 6 minutes and 12 seconds into this one. So you're going to get a look at this, and Tabari also going to be sent to the locker room as well.
Must be 5 and a 10 misconduct, Brooks, or
I think we're thinking a little bit more.
we'll have to wait for it to come through from Frank Purdy.
So also, for everybody keeping track at home, I believe roughing was the initial call against Oliveri and Dabari. Then Jake Schultz got involved. With a willing combatant, I will say, Dabari dropped his gloves, and unfortunately, I don't think he got his gloves off quick enough before Jake Schultz was able to land a couple of connections.
I don't think it mattered. Jake Schultz was like an octopus with the way he was able to get those arms stretched all the way out. Those long arms are a recipe for a good haymaker battle, especially when you're the one on the receiving end of the advantage.
Just saw a look at head coach Brant Sherwood and Tom Reynolds. So right now, the only person sitting down is Oliveri. Oliveri was not involved in that other altercation. Dabari was involved in both situations. So the referees congregating with the off-ice officials. And Oliveri relaying some messages over to Tyson Kirkby, who's waiting over with Trevor Lord at the captain's circle on how all this is going to be sorted out. Heard there was traffic backed up to the local Mirabito station here in downtown tonight, so a little bit of a late arriving crowd to the arena. Black Bears find themselves down by 1 here early. Loads of hockey left to go, and I would have to imagine the Black Bears are going to come out with a little bit more spark after that Jake Schultz fight.
Yeah, and Jake Schultz wore the C for a real long time for this Binghamton Black Bear team. He knows how to get these boys going, and you just get a look at your screen. It was definitely an energy inducer. It sent an energy shockwave through the crowd, and we'll see how the Black Bears respond. Good to see Schultz back on the ice. His presence was definitely missed over those games while he was hurt.
So, the referee's still sorting this out. They're on the headset with the off-ice officials, relaying some information up to the press box here. We'll see if we can find out any information. Now, Tyson Kirkby has left the circle.
Which to me seems to say he's happy with the explanation he's getting from the referees. Trevor Lord, on the other hand, does not seem too thrilled with what is being relayed to him.
So right now they have Chase Dabari's penalty up on the board for 2 minutes. Somebody will have to serve that for Watertown. So, the Black Bears are going to get a power play out of this. It looks like, however, I only count 4. There's the 5th. So, a 5-man unit rolls over the bench for the Black Bears. The forwards are Connor Smith, Tyson Kirkby, Andrew Logar, and Jesse Anderson. Watertown yet to send their players out. They're getting an explanation from the officials on their bench right now. I believe that's Charlie Pence Jr. Talking with Andrew Sullivan, one of the referees tonight, along with Chris Russo, Michael Imperio, and Justin Kowalski, the 2 linesmen. So, Cole is going to be tasked with getting all the information for these penalties, as I'm sure there's more than one to sort out. So the Black Bears are going to get a power play, and Watertown has sent number 20, Nico Hemming, over to the penalty box to serve for Chase Dabari. So a golden opportunity for the league's second best power play to tie this game up, operating at 29%. Bond through traffic. A silent wrister is absorbed by Bouchard and held on to.
And a 2-minute for instigating penalty. Time of all those penalties, 6:12. That's Tomasi. 2 minutes roughing, 5 minutes fighting, 2 minutes for instigating any game misconduct, all at 6:12. Serving the penalty is number 20, Nico Hemming. Binghamton penalty number 13, Don Oliveri.
Kirkby wins this one back for Jesse Anderson. Black Bears get set up far and wide. Anderson, the man in front of the net. try to find Logar in the bumper. As this will be chipped away, Watertown gets the puck out short-handed, and they're just able to knock this one forward. Graspy, 55, getting his first special teams look in his Watertown debut. And he will pull this puck way back and send Trevor Lord all by his lonesome self. Egbert coming around out of the net, reverses the puck over for Tyson Kirkby. Nobody accounted for Trevor Lord down low. Almost a golden opportunity shorthanded for Watertown. Kirkby comes in outside the dots, centers up, trying to make contact with Anderson. Bond pinches in to keep this puck in the offensive side for the Black Bears halfway through this Henny Hard Seltzer. Here, still not even halfway through the first period. Back over for Bond. Smith one touch, Logar. Partial fan as it flutters into the corner. Anderson tries to soccer style this one to his stick, but instead, Pavlov, who scored the game-winning goal in last Friday's contest against Danbury, does get this puck out of the zone and allows Watertown's defense to change. Bond now flying in. Shaves up some ice and reverses it down low. Nobody home, but stolen away by Austin Thompson. Thompson over to Utoro, looking for the back door to Josh Fletcher. Hopped over his stick, and Weber holding the blue line. 10 seconds left to go on the power play for the Black Bears. From the top of the umbrella, Bond and Utoro play catch with each other. Arister looking for Thompson. Utoro stick shatters on him, and the rebound is sent wide. Penalty is coming up here against Binghamton. And that, unfortunately, for Josh Fletcher, will not count in the delayed sequence. Austin Thompson now heading to the penalty box.
Yeah, Utoro just broke his stick on a glorious opportunity. They always seem to break at the worst possible moments. And Austin Thompson will take a seat as the Watertown power play will get its first chance tonight. But that also means that the Binghamton penalty kill gets its first chance tonight.
So the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill now out there. They are 82% on the year. That is third in the league. Watertown on the other side, 10th in the league, meaning second worst. 73.8%, 20%, 7th in the league. I was reading those stats in reverse, I apologize. So now Watertown looks to add on some more. Shot blocked by Weber. Second opportunity, deflected off a stick into the net, and a play with 11:26 left to go.
If I'm correct, the only power play lower than this Watertown team will be the team we see on Sunday. Is that correct?
That is not. Watertown is 7th on the power play.
I thought you said 10th.
And then I corrected myself.
Ah.
So Kirkby, off the face-off, tries to throw the puck out. It's held in by Pavlov. And they will play D-to-D passing. Now Dabari holding. And rings it off the post. I think that puck caught hitting up high off of the shot. Watertown looking for another call. They didn't get one there, so we have to play on here. Walters fanned on a clearing attempt. Fletcher trying to corral. Shot absorbed by Egbert. Might have stung him as he caught that maybe in an awkward part of the equipment. But a save nonetheless. 55 seconds gone in the power play for Watertown, generating a couple good shots.
Yeah, Brooks, I was going to say it too. It definitely gave him a bit of a stun. You see him, it kind of caught him in that left shoulder. And Egbert's settled into his crease these last 5 minutes after giving up the two quick ones. We'll see if he can keep it going. But Brooks, it feels like we've been watching 30 minutes of hockey. We've only seen 10 minutes.
Gabo from the blue line has his pass blocked. Fletcher reversing around, and he's able to glide this one down the ice. Or Bouchard will set it up on a tee for this Watertown power play. So that will kill off some more seconds. 45 ticks left to go in the man advantage for Watertown, looking to extend their lead. Mercurio goes out wide, tries to drag it around Dan Stone. Puck ends up behind the net. Wolves trying a couple of self-passes as they have three players below the goal line. Smith will play it back up to the blue line, and Mercurio looking for the one-touch centering from Botero, looking for his third point of the night. comes up empty-handed. Mercurio had it hop over his stick, reversed around the wall by Walters. Fletcher will chop at it, and it hops at the red line. Binghamton will change. Final push for Watertown here with 10 seconds left to go in the Austin Thompson Minor. So Kirkby does get the puck from the blue line to the opposite side, but no possession for the Black Bears as Watertown throws it right back in to the Binghamton end. Binghamton still looking to get to their game as they touch up. This play is offsides at the blue line, and that sends us to our next media timeout of the night. Neither side scoring on their first power play opportunities, but Watertown still holds a 1-goal lead. Back with you right after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back, everybody. Binghamton does a good job of killing off that penalty, Cole, even though Watertown was able to generate some offense. Binghamton yet to get to their game here, 10 minutes and change into the first period.
Well, you kind of expect that from a team that hasn't played since last Wednesday. They're a little rusty. You know, they got to find their legs a little bit. Yes, they've been practicing, but nothing really compares to game reps. And guys like Jesse Anderson and Tyson Kirkby have to wipe away what they were doing in the Roanoke dog system and have to bring it back to the Black Bear system.
Oh, Weber fanned on a puck. Gamzatov goes out wide. A kick save made by Egbert. Puck floated out towards the Binghamton bench at the blue line, but held in by Watertown, says the linesman, so we keep playing on. Now Bond skating it out of harm's way. He goes out wide. That's where Binghamton seems to have generated all of their offense this period, is coming down that left wing side in the Watertown end. Gamzatov trying to corral that loose puck. Had a hold of Bond, but those two get separated from each other. Oliveri senses the pressure coming from Lorden, and Spinorama is able to get the puck over to Jesse Anderson. Dodges the hip check. Bouchard plays it over to Oliveri, and it's thrown right back into the goaltender's chest as a return favor.
Yeah, and Watertown, as we've seen many other teams, kind of trying to get Don Oliveri to play the physical side. Not part of his game, doesn't seem to be biting the bait, as that looks like it was circled on the Watertown board. Try to make the Black Bears play physical.
So also a programming note for everybody here. Ivan Sergev, listed on the Watertown roster, is number 2, actually wearing number 14. So everybody keeping track with that at home. Just wanted to make that note. Clean face-off from Logar, pushed back, and a good save on a deceptive shot from JT Walters. A silent wrister that just glided on the ice. And Bouchard was ready for it. Utoro does allow Liam Anderson a chance at the puck, and Bouchard couldn't corral it. Loose rebound, and Anderson hits a dry spot. But luckily for the Black Bears, the young gun Utoro covering up for his teammate. And now Utoro steals the puck back at the offensive blue line. Drops it back for Logar. He comes in. Puck still available. Turnaround sweeping shot from Utoro off the side of the net. Jerbis over to Liam Anderson. Shot blocked by the defense of Watertown. Jerbis over to the half circle. And the Wolves steal this one away. Tabari out wide, toe drag. Knocked away by Liam Anderson. A couple of the Black Bears spilling out in this last shift for Binghamton, but puck gets deflected into the safety net, and everybody gets a chance to catch their breath and maybe take a look at their edges as well.
Yeah, and if you're Andrew Utoro, maybe you're taking a look around at the crowd and soaking in, and this is his first time playing here at Division's Veteran Memorial Arena. He's played 4 straight on the road, so it must be a nice moment for him, especially with some family in attendance.
Yeah, absolutely. Met Andrew's dad when we were up at the hotel in Fraser, Michigan. Very nice man. Raised a great young man as well. It's been a breath of fresh air into the Black Bears locker room. Bond a shot, and that went off the bottom of the glove of Bouchard. And now Fletcher corralling the rebound on the backhand, trying to center up for Bond, held in by Smith. The shot blocked, ends up behind the net for Fletcher. And I believe Connor Smith just took a high stick off the top of the helmet. Not on the face, though. And Smith stays on the forecheck as Watertown throws this puck in, gloved by Egbert, and Harrell hang on. 6:47 left to go here in the first period.
A fast-paced first 5 minutes. It's kind of slowed down here in the last 10 or so. Nolan Egbert just getting a nice fly ball right into the catching glove. And it seems like these teams that were coming out fast-paced in the beginning are trying to feel each other out now here for the second half of the first.
So off the face-off, a puck pushed towards the net is directed wide. That one goes into the crowd, and that was deflected off of the glass and out. So this is just going to come back into the Binghamton end. No penalty there.
And hopefully it looks like nobody got hit with that puck, so that's always good. Never want to get hurt at a hockey game. Injuries are no fun.
So Weber off this face-off win. Good wing play from Jesse Anderson. Loose puck knocked away. Oliveri stays in control. Plays it over for Kirkby. Could not corral it in time as he ran out of real estate in the blue paint.
I don't know how Don Oliveri got that pass there. That was a sensational play by number 13 in green.
Gansetoff tries a self-pass off the wall and kick plate, but instead, the Black Bears with momentarily control of the puck as it's knocked up high into the air in that low corner, bottom right side of your screen. Anderson and Kirkby do battle, and now this is Liam Anderson playing it back. Oliveri, a booming slap shot off the stick of Bouchard. You can hear it all the way up here, and that one sent into the crowd as well.
Yeah, that's that slap shot that Don Oliveri made famous last season. The Don of Binghamton sending you a message when he sends that howitzer at you.
And you know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen, Brooks?
He's going to fake that shot next time, trying to get the goalie to open up.
Oh, yeah?
And he's going to go right through the 5-hole.
I'd say you want to put money on it, but you usually are right with those things.
Well, you're not 21 either, so not allowed in the state of New York as it comes out wide. Dabari, a slap shot off the glass. Played around the wall, maybe inadvertently for Trevor Lord. Beautiful defensive breakup by Walters as Thornton was on the backside post. Jervis couldn't corral that puck from Walters. Quick re-entry for Watertown. Appeared to be offsides. And an old-style hip check from Dan Stone on Carter Thornton.
Got stoned, Brooks. Got stoned.
Jervis now chasing after the rebound with Utoro. Nobody deep, though, for the Black Bears behind the Watertown net to give chase. Logar, though, steals it from Lord. Gets it right back. He's behind the net. Fake to the lacrosse move. Low-angle stuff chance. That would have been the second time that worked tonight for the Black Bears. But instead, Grasby pulls it out of the corner, and Grasby being a very, very refreshing new life for this Watertown lineup. I've been very impressed with 55 in gray and blue so far in this one.
Well, they've needed that jolt of energy, Brooks. Like I said in the opening, they dropped 8 of their last 10 and only collected 5 points in their 2 wins.
Speaking of speed, there's Josh Fletcher. He goes flying in, takes a hit from Sergev. The top left side of your screen. Got a big old NASCAR pile up around turn number 2. Down low, Binghamton tries to keep the puck in at the blue line. They do temporarily, but Sergev, using his big frame as a little bit of a shield, tries to locate the puck, and Gabo with a high-rising wrister down low for Botero. now Gabo looking for the tip. None provided. Good tie up by Dan Weber on Black. Down low is Austin Thompson. Gives Sergeyev a rough ride. Maybe a little return hit as well. Binghamton in the process of a line change that nullifies icing here. Under 4 minutes left to play in the Dragon Billiards instruction first period. Oliveri gloves this one down inside the blue line legally. Played it first to nullify a hand pass as this one attempt to clear, denied. Oliveri goes between his legs, held in by Walters. A shot steered, stays in play. Ooh, no, they say it hit the net. I think it rode the top of the glass and came right back down. But my opinion doesn't count. It's time to take our final time out of the first period. 3:36 left to go. Black Bears looking to tie this game up.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Welcome back, everybody. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti, along with super producer Peter, on the ones and twos with us up here in the press box. Big shout out to everybody hanging out in the chat tonight. Want to thank you for tuning in to another Black Bears stream. Give a warm wish and a speedy recovery to our friend Jeff Baird up in Watertown, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Wolves. And as Walters throws a shot on target, Jeff recovering back at home from a broken leg. We hope that he is doing well, or as best as you can, and hopefully back to full strength soon to finish out the Wolves season. Also getting ready for the Watertown Red and Black as well. Loose puck. Kirkby and Oliveri tie up with each other, and the referee quick to blow the whistle as Bouchard splitting the legs in between the post, making sure there was no room for Binghamton to whack that one in.
Kind of like a fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Won't see it happen again, shame on you.
So third defensive pairing out there. Skripke tried to win that face-off forward. It's held in the line by Liam Anderson. I actually said third. Now that the Black Bears without Jake Schultz, 5 defensemen available for Binghamton, so we're going to see a combination and a revolving door of blue liners for the Black Bears. Oliveri with a stick lift on Grabsby, and a penalty is coming up. And Bouchard makes his way to the bench, and Watertown is headed back to the power play. Lord at the red line decides to pull it back. Now you got to be careful here as a big open ice collision between Lord and Oliveri in the trail lane. Gansertoff out wide, kick save made by Egbert. And Anderson over to the rebound. Oliveri not happy with that call, but he's going to have to wait. Don't need Binghamton down another man tonight here. And Oliveri sitting in the penalty box for the second time tonight.
Yeah, Brooks' second trip to the sin bin for Don. He's not happy with the call, but they rarely ever are when they're skating to the penalty box. He gave the ref an earful about that. I'm sure Don will have a little more fire in him when he comes out of the box.
So, face-off one back by Josh Fletcher. Fletcher gets over to the rebound, and the Black Bears are going to go short-handed. Fletcher and Weber. Fletcher, a shot gloved and corralled by Bouchard. Dan Weber showing off his speed as a passing option right there. Is not on the one-timing side, so okay with, actually he was on the one-timing side, but I really like that shot selection from Josh Fletcher.
I was going to say, good on Weebs for jumping up into the play and creating an opportunity out of nothing. He's shown some great offensive growth throughout the season, and his offensive IQ was off the charts right there.
Well, Josh Fletcher with 2 shorthanded goals this year for the Black Bears. Looking for his third right there. Watertown comes in on a stuff chance. Loose puck hammered by Pavlov, and Dan Stone settling out to block the shot all the way up near the blue line. So now Watertown set up. Traditional 5-on-4. They brush off Weber up high. Dabari cuts into the middle of the ice. Kirkby makes him circle back. Dabari a shot off the glove of Egbert behind the net. Rebound corralled by Dan Stone. And Stone able to clear after Watertown stole it back for a couple of seconds.
Heck of a shift by Dan Stone, getting down and blocking that howitzer and then getting back on his feet and clearing the zone. So you deserved a rest, big fella. Enjoy it.
Fletcher blew a tire but does get back up. Watertown crosses the line onside. And Bond sees a man for Binghamton far side. Jesse Anderson one-on-one against the dough. Coming around the net, he had the goalie to the far post, but it rolled off his stick at the last second. Anderson did just enough to make Bouchard go out wide, and he beat him to the post. Now Watertown coming back the other way. Smith holding for a toe drag, partially blocked by the Black Bears defense. In a 4-man scrum down low. 1 minute left to go here in the period. Oliveri, 10 seconds left to go in his penalty. Egbert, a kick save. Makes its way into the corner, thrown around the wall from Bond. And Binghamton has killed off the second Watertown power play. Wolves 0 for 2 on the man advantage. 40 seconds left to go here in the opening frame. Shots have now evened at 12 apiece, but where it matters, Watertown by 1. Off the glass and out. Smith plays it over for Kirkby. Kirkby comes flying in, out wide, tries to center up and find Smith. Pinballs around in between the dots, and this is shot down the length of the ice. This is off target, icing against the Wolves with 15 seconds left to go here in the period.
Yeah, you saw Nolan Egbert just hugging that post, praying that that puck went just a little wide and icing, and it did. Now the Black Bears with 15 seconds to go will have a tired Watertown defensive group out there, and they'll send their top line of Oliveri, Kirkby, and Smith, with Dan Stone filling in for Jake Schultz alongside JT Walters.
So Pavlov is going to be told to come back onto the ice. A little bit of stalling going on here. As Jacob Black was going to come off instead. Pavlov comes back. Stone a shot. Wristed away by Pavlov. Rebound controlled by the captain. Kirkby throws it in down low. Oliveri tries to center it over for Connor Smith. This makes its way over to the wall, and that'll be the end of period number 1. Watertown leads after the opening 20, 2-1 against the Binghamton Black Bears. Binghamton scored first, but 2 quick answers on odd man rushes against the Black Bears defense allows the Wolves to carry a 1-goal advantage into the locker room. We'll take a timeout, come back, and we will hear our interviews coming up with Brant Sherwood and Tyson Kirkby. Back with you in just a minute.
Jersey, bring us the hitties! Yeah! All right, I got the hitties. Constantly's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah. I have one on.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sports vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at Excite Motorsports.
Welcome back, everybody. Youth Intermission Skate presented by CTRC, making their way out onto the ice here. A lot of fans had missed the final minute of the period to make sure they were able to grab a 2-for-1 beer special before the final horn sounded. But now people making their way around the concourse, getting some popcorn, nachos, snacks, all that. But we got to talk about the period first. Special teams. 0 for 2 for Watertown. And Binghamton 0 for 1. Penalty kill has looked good for the Black Bears. I don't know if I would say the same about the power play in their first opportunity there, Cole.
Yeah, like I said, Brooks, they're still looking to get their legs under them a little bit. It's been a long time since they've hit the ice for a game, so we expected them to come out trying to feel it out and find themselves a little bit, and it looked like they started to warm up towards the end of that first period. I'm sure when Jake Schultz gets back on the ice, it'll even be more of a boost. So the Black Bears definitely had some positive signs in the first, just need to carry it over to the second.
All right, let's go ahead and hear about what the Black Bears intend to do tonight. This was our Tully's Coaches Corner pregame interview. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties that we had earlier. I've been told this time it works. So we are going to play that interview now with head coach Brant Sherwood. So go ahead and take a listen.
Now inside the Tully's Coaches Corner, I'm here with head coach Brant Sherwood. And Coach Sherwood, we were just spoken before we got on the air about it feels like it's been forever since the Black Bears have played a home game. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a while, and you kind of forget how much you love this place, and the excitement's already in our locker room tonight. So I just can't wait to get out there and feel the vibe.
You guys are inching closer to the playoffs. So we talked about it earlier this week at Tully's Good Times, but with 20 games left, you're looking at it as in 2 sets of 10. How are you trying to measure within that 2 sets?
Just consistency. So even if there is a loss there, if we're playing hard and making the right plays, staying D side, staying above the puck, and just kind of having everything locked in where we got our chemistry going, and it's all about finding the right combinations during this time. So there's very little, to work with as far as how many games we have left. So we have to get it dialed in ASAP, and these 10-game segments are going to be huge to evaluate how we're going to be in playoffs.
So you guys have 3 games and 3 nights beginning tonight against the Watertown Wolves, but it's been about 9 days since you guys have played a hockey game. Do you think the guys are well rested, took some time to heal up from some nagging injuries as you get the bumps and bruises through the winter of hockey season?
100%. So I do think they got the R&R in, and they should be fresh and ready to go. But at the same time, sometimes when you're away from the game for a little bit, it's hard to get that physical presence back, and sometimes you need a reminder. So I'm expecting our first 5 minutes to be some heavy hitting.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, that's the voice of head coach Brant Sherwood. More coming up after these messages here on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50-50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Wanting more Black Bears hockey? Season tickets are on sale. Visit binghamtonblackbears.com or call the front office at 607-722-7367 to learn more.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
I apologize for that, everybody. I had the audio queued up for Tyson Kirkby's interview, and I forgot we had to play music first, so not having the best night here on the soundboard. So I'm going to put myself at a -1. But the good thing about hockey is you always have the opportunity to get back to even or in the positive. So we will try to do that here in just a little bit. Tonight is Tyson Kirkby's 100th game as a Black Bear. Only a few players have ever been able to do that with Binghamton. Obviously, it's a 3-year-old franchise, so some guys have surpassed 100 games. Nikita Ivashkin, Josh Newberg, Gino D'Angelo, and Mathieu Boilard, along with Gavin Yates. So 5 players have played 100 games for the Black Bears, and Kirkby is player number 6. And assuming Kirkby plays tomorrow night, he will be at 101 with Gavin Yates. And assuming he plays Sunday, he'll be with Gino D'Angelo and Mathieu Boilard at 102. Plays one more game, tied with Josh Newberg at 103. Still has a little bit of room to go with Nikita Ivashkin sitting at 125. But news of the week, obviously for the Black Bears, they have traded Nikita Ivashkin to the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Tonight is the first game that the Black Bears have played without Ivashkin, part of their squad. So a situation that worked out for both sides. here, and we wish Nikita the best of luck with the Bobcats. They're actually playing tonight. I believe they're taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. But Cole, why don't you go ahead and run us through the out-of-town scoreboard while we get this interview queued up with Tyson Kirkby?
Well, Brooks, not much to run you through as most games are just getting underway. The only score other than ours is down in the ice arena where we'll be on Sunday as Danbury leads Elmira 1-0. Mississippi and the Blue Ridge Bobcats, both with zeros on the board. They started at 7:30, so they're about halfway through their first period. Same with Baton Rouge and Carolina, both with zeros on the board in the Winston-Salem Annex. And the game I'm sure Black Bear fans will be watching closely, Columbus River Dragons versus Motor City Rockers. It's 0-0 in Big Boy Arena, halfway through the first.
Thank you, Cole. That's a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. And now we're going to turn it over to our regularly scheduled intermission interview with Black Bears captain Tyson Kirkby.
Now inside the Excite Motorsports intermission report, I'm now here with the Black Bears captain Tyson Kirkby. Tyson, we're doing this interview in the training room. A lot of games in the last couple of days for you, but what have you been up to that's been keeping you busy?
Yeah, I took a call up to the SPHL to go to Roanoke. Played a few games up there alongside Jesse Anderson. So it's been a busy couple of weeks. I think by Sunday it'll be 10 games in 15 days. So just trying to get the legs going early here in the boots and be ready to go tonight.
What was that like playing 3 games with the Rail Yard Dogs? I know you guys had some home games and you made a trip down to Georgia as well, but you, Jesse, and former Black Bear Brendan Stanko all reuniting together with the Rail Yard Dogs and all 3 contributing throughout the weekend.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Obviously, not the results that we wanted or that they wanted. It was good to see a lot of fans out there. A little bus malfunction on the way down to Georgia, so that was fun. But overall, it was a good weekend.
Well, now that you're back here in Binghamton, Black Bears inching so close to clinching that playoff spot here in the Empire Division. 3 games in 3 days, and it starts tonight with the Watertown Wolves. What have been some of the talking points this week about a team that you haven't really seen in about a month or so?
Yeah, they got a few guys out tonight, so it's kind of just get on them early, get them disinterested. Obviously, any team can beat anyone on any given night. We saw that a couple weeks ago with going into Elmira on Sunday. So we just got to come out hard and have a good first period and keep going from there.
I'll talk about a personal accomplishment for you. You're skating in your 100th game tonight as a Black Bear player across 3 seasons. You mentioned the SP call-up last week, and that's where you started your career. But what does it mean for you to be only the 5th or the 6th guy to wear the jersey for 100 games?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's something pretty special to play 100 games anywhere, and to do it here in front of these fans, it's been great.
Does it put it in any kind of perspective about not taking things for granted about how quickly your time could come to an end or how quickly you could be on a different team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think no one's going to play forever, so you got to get your games in while you can.
All right, Tyson, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's the voice of Black Bears captain Tyson Kirkby. More to come right after this quick timeout here on YouTube.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Jersey, bring us the Hennies! Yeah! All right, I got the Hennies. He's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah. I have one on the back.
Magic 101.7.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 101.7. 100% local.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sports vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your home.
Welcome back, everybody. Just in the nick of time for the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club highlights. Still time to join the Booster Club this season. They have a meeting coming up next month in March over at the Relief Pitcher. It's only $10 to join, and you can get exclusive access to player events, parties, and more. Support Binghamton Hockey by supporting the Binghamton Booster Club. We would like to give a very, very special shout out to the Binghamton Booster Club as they donated a recovery tub for the Black Bears that was installed this week back in the bowels of the locker room. Multiple players have already used it, and I'm hearing great reports so far. So big thanks to the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club and their continued support of Black Bears hockey.
I would love a recovery tub? That sounds great.
Recovery tub.
That sounds like that's awesome that they were able to get that. Just building what type of organization Binghamton is here and how professional we are as an organization. So great on the Booster Club for doing that.
So we go to the second period. Binghamton with a slight edge in shots, 13-12. But Watertown holds the 1-goal lead. All of the goals came in the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like this game was going to be a fast-paced, high-scoring affair, and then it kind of clogged up in the middle, and everything seemed to clog up. As I said it, I say it again, because nobody could really get a pass across. We saw some penalties, some sloppy play. We'll see if the Black Bears find their legs here in the second, like Tyson Kirkby was talking about in his interview.
Big thanks to the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club for sponsoring the highlights here. We saw all 3 goals here, just saw that Oliveri penalty. This is the shorthanded opportunity for the Black Bears here. Fletcher coming in with a load of steam. He was looking for that high glove, maybe around the shoulder area of Bouchard, trying to bait the goaltender into going down low and opening up that top part of the net. But it's enough about the first period. Let's talk about the second. Brought to you by our friends over at Greenlight Networks. Officially underway now for the second period of tonight's game. So, Kirkby steals the puck away at the defensive blue line for the Black Bears and throws it in the opposite corner. Graspy reversing it around. Anderson got a stick on it. And that allows Bond to hold this puck in at the top of the offensive zone. Oliveri holding, low angle shot off the chest of Bouchard. Bond, slap and a hold off the glass. Maybe looking for a tip out in front. Off the wall, but nobody home for the Black Bears. Watertown coming back the other way. And Oliveri almost turned it over, but beautifully a one-handed pass, 3-on-2 for the Black Bears. Fletcher dropping it back for Oliveri. Oliveri skates in, and the puck glides off his stick. In the last second, just ran out of space once again. Oliveri hops off. Connor Smith comes on to take his place. Lord coming in. Rister fought off by Egbert. Rebound cleaned up by Walters, and the Black Bears come back into the offensive zone. Thompson goes out wide, shaves up the ice, has Walters up at the blue line, and Walters tries to start the cycle down low. His pass too far ahead of Fletcher. Is touched up with a high stick from Watertown, so offensive draw coming up for the Black Bears to the right of Bouchard.
Yeah, they'll get a chance to set up as Oliveri came in close with that shot. There's a great save by Egbert on your screen. Breakout pass from Walters to Thompson. But Egbert definitely the story so far in the first minute and 35 seconds. He stood tall.
So Fletcher tries to win this one back, didn't get a clean handle on it. Watertown tried to spring a leak in the Black Bears defense, but Thornton coming back in, or Rister, over the blocker's side, held in at the line temporarily, but Gingrich could not keep it in and might have gotten away with an interference on Fletcher. And as Fletcher, with his speed, using it as a weapon. Hard to keep him standing still. But I think Gingrich did just enough to avoid a penalty call there.
Yeah, and I think the Binghamton bench was looking for it too, because any little nudge of the play is interference. So good play by Gingrich to avoid it.
Played back up to the blue line. Now Dan Stone with it. He comes in. His shot tipped. And through the 5-hole, loose puck on the back post, and it's washed away by the official. Didn't get near the goal line. Binghamton with a golden opportunity to grab the equalizer here early in the second. Now Jervis out wide, shot his first one as a Black Bear, and held on to by Bouchard. So Binghamton generating a little offensive zone time here early in the second period, and a much better start than we saw in period number 1.
Yeah, definitely. They're getting out. They have their legs under them. They're making their passes. They're getting across. But, Brooks, I've been real impressed with Steven Jervis. He has been all you could ask for in a guy making his pro debut. He looks strong on the puck, and he looks like a guy who's played almost 50 games already.
Stone holds it in at the line. Puck fluttered on his stick, but Utoro grabs the rebound. Loose puck, and it's tipped in. I believe it's an own goal, and Andrew Utoro has his third as a Black Bear, tying the game up.
Well, I think it's the other Andrew. I think Logar's going to get credit with it as he led the line. But when it rains and pours, there's puck luck. And they don't ask how, they ask how many, like I always like to say, Brooks. And now the Black Bears get the equalizer. And we saw that coming as they were cooking with fire. They throw a puck to the net. When you throw the puck to the net, good things happen. And just like that, something good happened. Here it is on your replay. Logar just tossed it. Don't know if Jervis got a piece. I'm guessing not. It looks like it just goes off the Watertown defender and in. Another of those tight angle shots that beats Elioy Bouchard.
So good eye, Cole. It was Andrew Logar, and I believe that went off a defender. The referees huddle up together very quickly. But they blow the whistle. Looks like we're ready to drop the puck. 2-2, where we stand. Andrew Logar, grabbing his 11th of the season, equalizes this game. Now Oliveri looking for more. Holding. Looking glove side off the glass, and it didn't. Well, that was fast enough to crack a real pane of glass right there.
They've awarded that goal to Jervis so far, Brooks. I'll be interested to see if that stands, if he gets that puck. But good for him if it's his first professional goal in his first professional game, taking a page out of Andrew Utoro's book, Brooks.
I'm not going to write that one down yet. I do believe it was Logar as Weber crunched right at the neutral zone faceoff dot. He does get right back up, keep the play alive for the Black Bears, and Weber makes his way over to the back door for the Black Bears bench.
Good by Don Oliveri standing up for his teammate there, giving an earful to the Watertown defender. I believe that was Black. They're trying to tell him that's not cool, don't do that again. And we'll
also
see.
making his pro debut on Black for Watertown, 76. Oliveri's not had the most pleasant of welcome to the FPHL for the two Morrisville State Mustangs playing for Watertown tonight.
No, he has
Crasby and
not.
Black. So Walters now from behind his own net. He carries it across all three lines. JT Walters getting involved a little bit coast-to-coast action. Tried to center up for Austin Thompson. His pass was blocked by Watertown. And now the Wolves start to break out from their own end. Crasby comes in and not going to get past Josh Fletcher as he comes flying into the offensive zone. Watertown is off sides. Don't know if they knew it. Chipped ahead, Fletcher. Knocked down by Gingrich. Down low, Thompson gives chase, and it's reversed around. Fletcher on the spot for the turnover. Low angle shot off the glass, held in by Stone. And Fletcher down low for Thompson in a beautiful reverse hit. Down low on Pavlov. Didn't see it coming. As this one's chipped into the Black Bears bench. 15:02 left to go. Oh, so close to that next timeout, but a good shift by the Black Bears, being a little physical that shift.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to point out, Brooks. They're throwing the body around. They're making Watertown feel their presence, and when you throw the body around, you tire out your opponent, and you end up with more and more opportunities because you're going against tired legs. And Watertown played last week. Binghamton not so much, so we'll see if fatigue's a factor.
Bari's shot well wide of the target. Tried to follow up his rebound like a point guard. This is shot down the length of the ice. Jervis is going to beat the icing out. There's the rookie speed that you need from some of your young guys. Jervis not counting to the 19-man roster, signed as a collegiate player for the Black Bears. Same for Andrew Utoro, for everybody keeping those stats at home. So 2 of the 5 currently occupied by Jervis and Utoro. Shot for Egbert. Fumbled with it a little bit, but calmly lets it fall into his trapper mitt. 14:24 left to go here in the second period, tied up at 2.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti here on the call tonight. As we were talking with the off-ice officials during the break, they thought on first replay that it went off Jervis's stick for his first professional goal. I have been told they are going to look at it during the intermission for the extended period of time that they have. So I'm going to not write that one down yet. It's either Logar's 11th or Jervis's first pro goal. So we'll keep you updated on what they decide to do when we get to the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet during the next intermission. Buck back in play as Dan Weber, no worse for wear after taking that big open ice hit. Right back out there, did not miss a shift. Gotta love the toughness from the young guy.
Yeah, Dan Weber has been a backbone for this team, definitely taking some pages out of the notes of guys like JT Walters, who we've seen take some hits and get right back up and into the play.
So Sergeyev pulls this puck out of the corner. Watertown goes across 2 lines. Dabari had it taken away off of his stick by Weber. Another good defensive play by 61. Binghamton runs into a little bit of trouble behind the net as Thornton able to steal it away from Dakota Bond. Rare miscue from the Adrian Bulldog on the blue line. So Weber tries to clear, Bond will. And Logar picks it up on the left wing side now into the offensive zone. Has Weber the trailer, firing! Dan Weber's booming slap shot is absorbed by Bouchard.
You could hear that all the way up here, Brooks. That was echoing through the arena. Dan Weber just let it rip as he was just in the spot where it was a nice, easy feed, and Dan Weber just released the slap shot that I truthfully didn't know he had that in his arsenal. I knew Oliveri had it, and I knew Schultz had it, but to see Weber, wow.
So he goes down on one knee, get all that lower body firepower called upon him. Bouchard just makes the save there. Anderson has his stick knocked out of his hands, looking for some time to reclaim it. Gingrich pinching in. And Jesse Anderson lost the board battle, loose puck. As Egbert made a good blocker save, Oliveri tries to get it over to Tyson Kirkby. A stretch pass, doesn't have enough to make the line, so we keep playing on. Crasby giving a bump and a nudge by Anderson, and Black pulls it out from the half wall as Watertown crosses over the line, offsides with 12:42 left to go here in the period. Shots now 19 for the Black Bears and 14 for the Wolves.
Yeah, it looks like Binghamton's found the game they've been wanting to play. You can look at the body language from the two teams. Binghamton itching to get back on the ice, where Watertown kind of just moseying along out there. A little sluggish, it seems. They got to pick it up a little bit on the pace, Brooks, if they want to get themselves back to the lead, Watertown.
Mercurio with a changeup that goes end over end, like
curveball?
Kickoff. Yeah, like that or a kickoff. We were showing the Muckles fan of the game, but you didn't miss anything. Centering pass and a high rising backhander out in front. Bodies flying near the loose paint. Egbert reaches out and he will cover up. Actually dropped his stick and grabbed it with his blocker hand. You don't see that every day from a goaltender.
No, you don't, because those fingers are exposed there and he takes a whack. That's going to hurt, but thankfully it did not. And Nolan Egbert, after letting in those two back-to-back early ones, has settled into that crease nicely. And he is standing strong, manning his crease and looking real good for the Black Bears.
So Gamzatov had momentarily control of that puck off the face-off, but now the Black Bears get it back into the offensive side. Smith trying to create some separation around Sergeyev, but he's had a great defensive night too. Also a guy not afraid to lay the body around. Nifty soccer-style play by Josh Fletcher to make sure Watertown did not have numbers on the odd man rush. Stretch pass intended for Thompson, a little bit too far ahead of the Leamington, Ontario native. As icing is called, nobody touching that puck as it went through the legs of Carter Thornton up at the blue line.
Yeah, and Binghamton's going to get to pick their face-off dot, and they're going to get some tired Wolves. You can see some guys hunched over. Gamzatov's been out there for a while now. Looks like Binghamton will pick the left dot to Bouchard's blocker side. And they'll send out the Logar line. But look at the Wolves' body language. They are hunched over. They are definitely a little winded. So we'll see if Binghamton can capitalize on this opportunity.
So, good face-off win for the Black Bears. High rising shot, loose puck. Utoro had a golden opportunity as he was the only player who knew where the puck was. Walters, end over end shot, knocked down by Logar. Half wall, plays it down low where Gerbis was waiting for it. He separated from the puck, and then Sergeyev. Back across, Logar just over the crossbar.
You know, Brooks, it's kind of fun to watch. Logar, one of the college kids coming in last time. Now he's the veteran on that line with Gerbis and Utoro.
Gabo couldn't get a clean handle on that pass. Does allow Watertown to change. Binghamton trying to get behind the Watertown defense. Weber carries it on in, centering it up for Kirkby. One touch over for Utoro. Hodgepodge lines out there for the Black Bears. Oliveri behind the net, centers up for Kirkby, a shot. Looking for the water bottle, sent it high off the glass.
Yeah, the captain trying to get himself on the scoring sheet. It came real close, but he found glass instead of net.
Tyson with 7 points in his last 2 games, looking for his first one here tonight and put the Black Bears back on top. Now he comes in between the dots, a shot fought off by Bouchard. Rebound, Stone couldn't settle it down, and it's cleared by the Wolves. Offsides as Trevor Lord did not get back in time. The official on the far side right on the line with the call. 10:29 left to go here.
Yeah, just a little discombobulated there at the Watertown blue line. They couldn't get themselves together. And it seems as though the Black Bears have all the momentum as they're looking towards the halfway point of the second period, halfway point of the game. Binghamton with a lot of momentum as that one is dropped, it seemed, unfairly, so they'll do it all again, Brooks.
So also have a note that it is Steven Gervis's first professional goal. The off-ice officials said they looked at it. Upon replay, they said that 15 did deflect the puck. So Steven Gervis officially in the FPHL with the equalizer goal so far in this one. Andrew Logar with the primary assist.
Congrats to him, Brooks. I hope someone gets him that puck and can find it.
I think that one's already in the crowd, unfortunately. Henning coming back. Anderson ties up with Black. And Kirkby gets over to the loose puck. Crowd oohing and awing. They wanted a call there. Oliveri knocks a man down to the ice. He goes out wide, and good defensive gap up by Grabsby. Able to knock that puck into the corner, and he will pull it out from there and throw it down the length of the ice. This is icing as Walters first to the spot. Coming back the other way, but not before we have this media timeout. 9:40 left to go here in period number 2 in a 2-2 hockey game.
Fans, the Black Bears are right back at home tomorrow night on Saturday to take on the Watertown Wolves at 7 p.m. Cap off your hockey weekend with the Binghamton Black Bears and grab your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Should I get a COVID vaccine? I have concerns.
Are there still health risks associated with COVID if I don't get a vaccine?
Does getting the vaccine protect others around me?
The answer is yes. Getting the COVID vaccine protects you from serious illness and those around you that you may expose, especially those with certain health issues. Ask your healthcare professional about your concerns and the easiest way for you to get a vaccine. Remember, it's not just COVID.
Oh, Luba, you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around. So stand up and cheer. Labatt's gonna be a good thing. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Well, we just had somebody go 3 for 3 at Velocity Clinical Research.
And it wasn't necessarily an easier one, Brooks. I mean, usually they ask what players, what number, but this time we had to get the top leading assist getter, I guess is the proper term, on the Black Bears.
Yeah, assist getter, assist leader. I feel proud. I wrote that question.
Good job, Brooks.
I'm glad somebody got it right. Hey, I thought I threw somebody a softball last time. What number is Dan Stone? Oh, well. 3 for 3, winner in trivia. See what the Black Bears can do here as the crowd gets energized here in period number 2. Watertown wins the draw, and Dabari tries to cut through the middle of the ice. It's nullified by Binghamton. They're going to have to touch up as Thompson did not get back up to the blue line in time. Bond is only allowed to throw this puck in off the wall on the backside of the net. Fletcher centers up, almost kicked into the net by Connor Smith. So Smith, Fletcher, and Thompson out here on this second line. We saw Smith playing with Kirkby and Oliveri for a little bit in that first period. Thompson had it knocked off of his stick. Walters electing not to pinch. Just able to play it back up to the red line where Smith throws it off the glass, riding off the top of the wall where Andrew Logar, who now I'm being told is not even on the stat sheet in the last goal, which I think is flabbergasted. So I'm not going to announce that goal yet until we have an official review on it during intermission when nobody's rushed to get back to play. If Andrew Logar didn't score it, he should definitely have the primary assist, but that's just me. Mercurio now off a stretch pass, goes one-on-one with Dakota Bond, has it poked off of his stick. Pavlov given a brush, as a shot tips just wide by Gamzatov out in front of the net of Nolan Egbert. Dan Weber collects that rebound, a nice reversal play for Gerbis as this one's poked out into the neutral zone. Binghamton dodges a bullet there. Utoro out wide, shot partially blocked by Gabo and into the net. And a stoppage with 8:03 left here in the middle frame.
Well, I really like Andrew Utoro's game since he's come over to the Black Bears. He's done nothing but good things. I'm sure Coach Sherwood is super excited with the talent that he found in Andrew Utoro and Stephen Gerbis, if it stands with his first professional goal. So, Coach Sherwood, have yourself a, I don't know whether to call it a day or a week, or have yourself a scouting assignment, I guess.
Kirkby and Anderson. Little touch passing, give and go. Up in the neutral zone, Binghamton's forced to backtrack into their own end. Weber almost turned it over, but he gets it over to Oliveri at the line. Forecheck for Watertown being a pest for the Black Bears. Stretch pass over to Kirkby. Play is offsides. And this one is coming back. Kirkby on a partial breakaway. Didn't know if he was going to be able to slow that one down, but the whistle intervenes, and a neutral zone faceoff coming up.
Yeah, that was close. I almost wish the refs would have let that play out and then check it if Kirkby does score, but they obviously believe that that pass was offside, so they make the call, and I'm sure they got it right. See it on your replay.
Good on Kirkby for not shooting that puck into the net, too. And I would have to say I do believe that Kirkby was offsides on that play. Not that, again, our opinion doesn't matter. They're not looking for us to make a call.
Who put this soapbox down here, Brooks?
And now Thornton goes 1-on-2, poked off his stick by Stone, and then knocked away by Bond. Watertown will retreat, touch up as Egbert comes out of his net to play it. Dan Stone currently leading the team in plus-minus, coming into tonight at plus 24. Starts this breakout. Kirkby holding, trying to open up the goaltender and maybe draw some defenders his way. Knocks it down. As this is going to be a 3-on-2 for Watertown coming back. Beautiful poke check by Bond. Coming back to the play. Lord at the line. Fires, blocked by Stone. Graspy across for a one-timer. Down on a leg to Bari with a beautiful chance for Watertown. They're looking for more. Watertown starting to buzz. They try to slide one across to Thornton. Gingrich will pinch in now into the corner. Kirkby pins it up against the wall. And then he throws the puck inadvertently, and I believe he hit Thornton in the mouth. This is delayed offsides. Thornton taking the glove off and checking to make sure all of his chiclets are still there. Kirkby will spin it in on the backhand, go for a line change. Second line making its way out there for the Black Bears. Kirkby had blocked the first pass from Botero, now Henning. Across the right wing side, his pass blocked. Egbert pins it up against the side of the net, and here hang on for a whistle here.
Yeah, Watertown with some pep in the step. I'm sure that interim head coach Charlie Penn's got a little bit on his team after they gave up that equalizer and the effort they showed after that. So a good battle we have going here, Brooks. It looks like we could be heading towards a stunning finish.
5:48 left to go, middle frame. Watertown wins this face-off back. They float the puck towards the net. Egbert steers it aside. Walters is knocked down. Black tries to kick this one around. Bodies piling up towards the blue paint, but Binghamton not able to clear. Botero had it knocked off of his stick, and Josh Fletcher's hustle able to send it back out into the neutral zone. So Liam Anderson using the back of the net as a little bit of a pick. Lost the handle on the puck. Botero keeps it alive for Watertown. Mercurio looking at his options, centering out. Knocked away by Smith, back down low. Botero retrieves, back checked. Beautiful play from behind by Connor Smith. Penalty coming up against Watertown, and the Black Bears are headed back to the Henny Hard Seltzer power play out of this media timeout. Back with you right after this.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
For discounted name brand clothing and footwear for the whole family, Homer Men and Boys Store is the place to shop. In business since 1951, our woman-owned family business is known for treating their customers like family. And there's nothing more important to us than backing every sale with friendly service. Come visit us to see the largest pair of jeans in the world. Come see what we have for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Black Bears are headed to a Henny Hard Seltzer power play as Connor Smith, his hustle and hard work leads to Botero taking a tripping call at the offensive blue line for Watertown.
Yeah, in a game that saw a lot of penalties in the first few minutes has seemed to slow down, but Binghamton with another chance here on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play, looking to find that go-ahead goal.
So, in case you've heard some different voices tonight, our friend Alex Jones filling in for Ben Sparuti as the MC tonight, making his way around the concourse and stands, energizing the crowd. I must say, doing a pretty good job. Black Bears on the power play for the second time tonight. Kirkby down low, tries to shelf it. I believe that went off the outside of the post. Bond faked a slapper as he gets set up. Oliveri in the one-timing position. Down low, Logar, touch pass for Anderson, denied by Bouchard. Attempt to clear is failed. Loose puck, Logar scores! Squeaks it by Bouchard. Power play goal, Andrew Logar, no doubt about that one. And the Black Bears have a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, Andrew Logar, we were unsure if he got that equalizer. He'll definitely get credit for this go-ahead goal. Gets the puck in a spot he has made his home, the bumper between the hash marks, picks it up, locked and low guard, and he gives Binghamton a 3-2 lead.
1 goal lead for the Black Bears, their first since it was 1-0, back at 1:06 of the first period. Andrew Logar at the bumper spot.
And I think the Binghamton assist leader is going to get another one on this one if he got a piece of that puck before Logar picked it up.
He might. That's a good eye. We're waiting to see what Frank Perney has to say.
His 11th of the season, assisted by number 4, Dakota Bond, and number 77, Jesse Anderson. Time of the goal.
So Jesse Anderson does get his 32nd assist of the year. Black Bears looking for more as Bouchard has to dive out on top of that one to cover up. So with that secondary assist, Jesse Anderson now is on a 10-game point streak going into tomorrow night. 10 straight games with a point.
Well, now does that count his games up in Roanoke over the weekend? Because I know he had a few points up there.
That does not. So that counts Black Bears games only. But as you're right, Cole, Jesse Anderson, Tyson Kirkby, and Brendan Stanko all contributing for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs last weekend, while the Black Bears were idle in the FPHL schedule. So the Black Bears now have a 1-goal lead. We'll see what they do with it as this puck is thrown in. Stone and Mercurio get tied up with their skates, and Egbert, sensing trouble, just melts it down on the side of the net once again.
Yeah, Nolan Egbert fought off that Watertown flurry and now has a first lead since the beginning of the game, and Watertown seeming to slow down ever since taking that penalty, which you'd expect. We'll see where the momentum swings as we head towards the end of the second.
Face-off won by the Black Bears. The defensemen Stone and Weber try to play it around the wall up to the wingers, but they're crunched in by Watertown's forecheck. Stone giving a nudge into the plexiglass, but Weber able to throw the puck Over to Smith, and this does get out of the zone. Chipped ahead by Thompson. And Dan Weber flying in like he was a forward. First man to the puck. Thompson now giving chase while the Black Bears complete a line change. Kirkby comes into Lindahan. Takeaway. Turn around. Kirkby shot save made by Bouchard. He didn't know he had it.
Yep, just got it right in the breadbasket. You never love that feeling as a goalie, having to check behind you to see to make sure that puck didn't squeak through, but anytime you can find it, it's surely a relief.
Ideal Bowling Center is where Binghamton hockey fans bowl with open bowling all week long and money-saving special. Ideal is a perfect place for company parties, retreats, and birthdays. So go ahead and visit them at 119 Jennings Street and Endicott. So much more than just your favorite bowling alley.
Black Bears getting set up for another offensive zone draw. As you see Don Oliveri sporting those beautiful Asha jerseys designed by E.J. Worth. Another fine job done by him.
Yep. Next specialty jersey will be Sock Out Cancer coming up on March 22nd. So 2 more specialty jerseys for the Black Bears this season. Sock Out Cancer and Hall of Fame night coming up on April 6th.
Sock Out Cancer is always a great night. This is going to be the 3rd time I believe Binghamton's doing it, and always a great cause that they bring awareness and raise some money for.
That was a beautiful backhand pass from Kirkby all the way over to the opposite side of the blue line where Oliveri was waiting for it. He's able to get the puck in. Unfortunately for the Black Bears, that's where the luck will run out for this shift. As Black comes in, hits the trailer, a shot wide of Egbert's net, and Botero chases up to the rebound. Bond a little bit shaken up as I think he got his ankle twisted down in the corner. Smith playing it over Sergeyev and is easily absorbed by Egbert. And the Black Bears defense going to clean up in front of Nolan's net.
Binghamton already down 1 defender tonight. They can't afford to lose Bond, so hopefully he can get that ankle figured out, and hopefully it's not that big of a deal as he looks like he's trying to give it a little test run down by the dot.
So Bond will go off. Weber and Stone now the blue liners as this one's thrown off the glass. And it hits the top of the glass. There's a, I believe, part of the stanchion hanging down. Linesman can't reach it, so we're just going to have to play on, hope it doesn't interfere. I don't think it is, as this one is knocked down the length of the ice. Well, how about that? You see something new every day.
We might need some fans from the Danbury Ice Arena to come fix it like we saw earlier in the season, Brooks, as we'll have to see what happens here.
I didn't know that piece was there. Oh, it's the piece of rubber that hangs together, and some of the fans are helping out. Great work by the video team, getting this guy some airtime.
Are they going to hand it to him, please? That would be great. Look at this. Look at the full team effort here by both
oh, he's wrapping it back around.
Oh, there. Take a bow. Take a bow. That was phenomenal.
I know Alex doesn't have a headset on tonight, but he ought to go
interview that guy.
He ought to go interview him. Yes, that's right. That puck is shot into the Binghamton bench. And this one's coming back.
Look, there he is getting some more screen time.
Yeah, there he is.
There we go.
He can't hear me, but I'm clapping for him.
You learn. You see something different, like you said, Brooks.
And now the same pane of glass that he worked to repair is blocking his face up on the big board. Giveth and taketh.
Irony at its finest, I think.
Another icing against the Black Bears, so we're going to pull back. Put him on the screen again. Why not? Yeah, there we go. There we go.
That guy is getting a lot of airtime.
If the Black Bears ice this puck again, I want the camera right back on him. Shot right off the draw. Egbert drops to the butterfly to attempt to make a save. It was wide of the net as this puck is floated out into the neutral zone. So no icing this time for the Black Bears. 60 seconds left to go in period number 2, brought to you by our friends over at Greenlight Networks. Always check them out for fast fiber and reliable internet online at greenlightnetworks.com. And boy, Egbert, talk about using your head right there. He sent that one into the stands about halfway up.
Yeah, he was talking to the referees. They're saying, they get you in the helmet. He goes, yep, right here. Look, there he goes again, right between the eyes. Like you said, Brooks, using your head. Nolan Egbert, North Massapequa zone. Really standing tall, standing on his head right now for the Black Bears. Quite literally.
Egbert with 17 saves. Bouchard with 25. Watertown wins the face-off into Bari, dancing around. Black Bears playing a little bit of man defense right now. Don't see that too often. Here's Walters following his man all the way around the ice. Lord throws a shot, kicked out by Egbert. And got a little overload pressure on this left side of the ice for the Watertown Wolves. Fletcher spinning around. Give him some open ice, and he can fly. Tries to find Austin Thompson on the saucer. Couldn't be corralled as this one is floated back out to the red line. Binghamton needs to touch up on the delayed offsides. Kirkby will just float it in. Not behind the goal line, but shot down. Don't believe this one's going to have enough on it. Final push for the Black Bears if they want it. 5 seconds left to go. Walters calmly glides it up, but that is going to be it for the second period. Binghamton reclaims a 1-goal lead, scoring twice in the middle frame, Cole.
Yeah, second period you can be happy about, proud of, especially if you're a man named Steven Jervis as you collect your first professional goal, and Andrew Logar, who gave the Black Bears the lead on the power play, and he's become quite lethal on that power play, Brooks.
So you see the Black Bears head into the locker room here. They have a 1-goal lead. They outscore Watertown 2-0 in that frame.
And it was a great I'm getting my tongue twisted, Brooks. A great period for the Black Bears. They could definitely go into that locker room with a nice message from Coach Sherwood. And we'll see how they come out in the third.
Yeah, power play goal from Andrew Logar, the difference maker so far here in this one. As you get a look at some of the replays there, that was Steven Jervis's first goal. I was told he didn't even know that he deflected it. And Logar cashing in the rebound right there. That was on the power play that came from Connor Smith drawing the tripping call. And that is where we stand after 3. Take a timeout, come back with the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. And maybe we'll talk with the chat and answer some questions that you guys might have. So go ahead, throw your questions in the chat on the Black Bears YouTube, and we'll do our best to try to answer some. Back with you after this.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back, everybody. Trevor Patinziano on the CF Moto for the Chuck-a-Puck promotion. as we welcome you in for another edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti here on the call tonight. Go ahead and take a look at our Columbian Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. Shots on goal in the period, 15 for the Black Bears, 8 for Watertown. Game total, 28 for the home squad and 10 for the visitors. Binghamton scores twice in the period. Steven Jervis at even strength at 245, and Andrew Logar on the power play late in the period, giving the lead back to the Black Bears. Time of his goal, 15:32 in the final 5 of the frame. Only one penalty in the second. Goes against Watertown's Mark Botero at 15:03, 2 minutes for tripping. Watertown did not have a power play in the period. They are 0 for 2. Binghamton did have one. They are 1 for 1 in the period, 1 for 2 overall, 50% on the night. That's our Columbian Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. Final call for questions from the chat. Back with you with some answers right after this here on YouTube.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college
and retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50/50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Wanting more Black Bears hockey? Season tickets are on sale. Visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com or call the front office at 607-722-7367 to learn more.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, Brooks Hill and Cole Parenti on the call tonight. We have the highlights coming up in a couple of minutes. But right now, we thought we would let you in on what's going around the league. But before we look in that at the out-of-town scoreboard, we want to take a peek at the standings just in case anybody here forgot. Obviously, we have your questions as well. I have a couple queued up, ready to go. So in the Empire, Binghamton at 80 points, Motor City at second with 65, Danbury third, 55. So a 25-point gap between first and third right now, and a 10-point gap between second and third. 15-point gap between first and second. I should have probably led with that, but Elmira, fourth place, 43 points. They currently hold the last spot in the Empire Division. Watertown is in fifth with 38. So the Black Bears keep inching closer to being able to secure that first playoff spot. Hopefully we'll have some good news as the weekend prolongs here with that. On the other side, in the Continental, Columbus in first place by 17, 89-72 of Carolina. Port Huron in third with 59. Mississippi in fourth, occupying the last spot in the Continental at 52. Blue Ridge at 32, 20 points out of a playoff spot, and Baton Rouge at the bottom with 24. That's a look at our standings. Cole, what's going on in the games in the league tonight?
Well, Elmira is definitely not helping their playoff push as they trail Danbury down in the Ice Arena 3-0. And in Nikita Ivashkin's Blue Ridge Bobcat debut, they still trail 1-0 to the Mississippi Seawolves in the Wytheville Mountains. That game halfway through its second period. Down in Carolina, they lead the Baton Rouge Zydeco 3-0. They also are halfway through. And Motor City and Columbus sees Columbus running away with this one at Big Boy Arena. They lead 4-0 halfway through the second period.
All right. Thank you, Cole, for that update on the out-of-town scoreboard. Time for some questions from our YouTube chat. So big thanks to everybody who's tuning in right now, helping our viewership continue to grow. Got a question about when the Black Bears play the Thunderbirds again this season. Unfortunately, that could not happen unless the two teams meet in the finals. I'm all for that, because I think that'd be a great series. And I get to go home and see some family, too. That was a selfish reason, but they did ask. So there's that answer. Scrolling through the chat, it's moving so fast that I have to go back over. Gary Ryan wants to know, at Brooks, do you think the Canes overtake the Rangers? Be careful with your answer, LOL. LOL indeed, and I think I'm going to say an answer that might shock you because I'm saying it. I do not. I do think the Rangers will win the division. I think it'll come down to 3 points at the end of the season. Right now, Carolina trails the Rangers by 6 points with a game in hand. Both teams are playing great hockey right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the bigger question is going to be is what's going to happen in the rest of the Eastern Conference in the wild card when you get past the top two teams in each division. Boston and Florida are the best two teams in the Atlantic. Even though Austin Matthews might be the best player in the Eastern Conference, best two teams are Florida and Boston. In the Metro, New York Rangers and Carolina are clear 1 and 2. I think Philly, New Jersey, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, somebody there has to finish third in the division and match up probably against Carolina. And then someone's got to hope that Detroit either leapfrogs somebody in the wild card, or there's going to be a lot of big names left out of the playoffs once again this year, particularly a Russian and maybe our generation's best Canadian player.
Yeah, I don't also see the playoffs coming back to Long Island, Brooks. I think that dream is over. I am all for selling at the deadline. I don't think the playoffs will be heading back to Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be 2 seasons in a row. And I think the nation's capital is also going to have a second season in a row with no playoffs, as they really just have to look forward to is Obi trying to catch Gretzky.
Yeah, heating up a little bit right now, but definitely not on pace. He's just going to keep adding more years to his resume. The Eastern Conference playoff push, I think, is going to come down to the absolute last game of the year. And quite frankly, I'm okay with not winning the division. We did it 3 years in a row in the COVID season, and then back in the Metro, didn't win the Stanley Cup. Who cares if you win the division that way? Yes, it's nice to host a second-round playoff with home ice, but getting out of the first round is a bigger challenge, I think, than getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. First round is brutal, but I stand by it. Best 2 weeks in all of sports is the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, where they stagger the starts. That way, when a game's at intermission, they got one picking right up. Best 6 hours watching nightly. I rank it higher than March Madness opening weekend. I do.
It was definitely fun, too, during the COVID bubble season when you had, games starting at, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9, you had 3 games going. It was insane. And, I do love me some March Madness, and I'm trying to think. My favorite day of sports might be opening day in baseball. I don't know. There's something about the nice day game, just getting to watch at the ballpark.
Well, unfortunately, the Black Bears don't have any day games. We got a final question. Actually, we got 2 final questions. Do you think the Black Bears will score 10 points today? No. Sorry, but that one's not going to happen tonight. They're not on pace, and I don't see a 7-goal performance coming out of tonight's game. And then I have a question, where in NC am I from? That would be Wake Forest, the town, not where the college is. So that wraps up our Ask the Chat questions here tonight. Thank you. Tune in tomorrow night when we will probably do the same thing. We will take a short time out, come back with the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club highlights right after this, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back in, everybody. Binghamton Hockey Booster Club highlights coming to your screen now from tonight's second period. Cole, I thought the Black Bears got more towards their game in that middle period, but I don't think they have truly gotten to the style of play that we've been used to seeing night in and night out here at the arena.
I expect more to see that tomorrow when they seem to be back in mid-weekend form, because I've said it a bunch of times tonight, it is tough taking time off and coming back. It doesn't matter how hard you practice, how many times you practice. If you're not consistently playing games, you're going to get a little thrown off your game and a little rusty. So the Black Bears just seeming to be getting back into their groove. I'm sure this third period will be a lot more Black Bear hockey like the second.
90 seconds left to go in this Excite Motorsports intermission report. Friendly reminder, you can browse, ride, and buy anytime with our friends over at Excite Motorsports at excitemotorsports.com, or during the day, maybe tomorrow before you come over to the Black Bears game, you can visit them in person over in Vestal. They're on Front Street at 408. Give them a call, 607-341-7588. Teams have made their way back out onto the ice for this third period here as they get ready to put 20 minutes up on the big board. Tonight's game officially a sellout, the fourth of the season for the Black Bears. A franchise record for sellouts in a season. So big thanks to all of our fans participating in tonight's festivities. Big help from our friends over at ASHA, the American Special Hockey Association, with their local tournament, bringing over 500 people to the game tonight. A couple of churches and youth groups as well in attendance. and a slew of others. Know our local Boy Scout troop brought 60 people tonight, and the two courses, I believe, brought 300 combined between the two sides. So a lot of groups coming out. If you want to bring your group out, call the office, 607-722-7367. Tell them Brooks sent you over, and you can get discounted rates starting at 10 or parties of 10 or more. Hey. So, hey, like Fat Albert, we're right back to the third period. Tonight's third period brought to you by our friends over at the BJ's Wholesale Club, located over in Johnson City. They're still signing people up for memberships. You can join anytime, and if you join, you can save 25% off grocery store prices each and every day. Make sure to go visit them over at the Oakdale Commons. That's our friends over at the BJ's Wholesale Club. Pavlov crossing across the line. Mercurio holding one-timer. Egbert with his best save of the night. Post to post. Swallows up that puck and denies Watertown of the equalizer here early in the third period.
Nolan Egbert, take a bow. What a save from the Binghamton netminder. Here you see it again. The pass comes across, and so does Egbert with that blocker, stopping Gamzatov on the one-timer.
Thornton wins it back, and right off the draw, Watertown able to tie it up. Trevor Lord just goes right underneath the bar, and we are tied at 3.
Yeah, this is going to set up a thrilling ending. The last 19 minutes and 21 seconds are going to decide this one, if not needed more. Puck just goes barred down. Nothing Egbert could really do. Trevor Lord, one of the premier scorers in this league, and I said it early, he was going to have to carry a bit of the load without his buddy Tate Leeson or Chiwetten Blacksmith, and he does it right there.
Trevor Lord's 19th goal of the season. Now 50 points on the year, without assist back on that first goal, so now at 51. So now tied at 3. Somebody's got to get to 4. Sergeyev tries to backhand one out, held in by Thompson. Carter Thornton, the only assist on that play, as the centerman winning that face-off back. Binghamton looking for more. Fletcher holding, shot, blocked. Smith couldn't get over to it in time. Binghamton sustaining pressure at the blue line, able to get it around temporarily, roll a partial line change, but Watertown over to the loose puck first.
Fletcher just never really got the handle on that puck. If he gets it off, he gets a great opportunity, not just for a goal, but for rebounds in the nice prime blue area.
Jacob Black turned it over as Weber knocked down to the ice. Weber and Black exchanged some words with each other as this one's floated back out into the neutral zone. Hemming throws it off the top of the wall and couldn't be knocked down by Egbert. Chipped out of the zone, though, by the aforementioned Weber. Watertown being careful with their line change right there in front of their own bench to avoid a too-many-men call. It's a 3-3 game here in front of a capacity crowd in Binghamton, New York. Stretch pass over to Mercurio. He's waiting for a friend. And pass too soft, left it behind, and Dan Stone cleans it up. Back out to the red line. Quick re-entry for the Wolves. Here's Gamzatov and Stone. Get crunched into the wall. Mercurio centering off the backside of the net. Looking for a tip, none provided. Sergeyev pulls it out of the zone. Trying to beat the linesman on the far side, but Justin Kowalski says we gotta stop and pull this one back out of the zone.
As Trevor Lord and Tyson Kirkby here, the two top lines get set to square off with 17 minutes to go, Brooks. This is gonna be a hard-fought battle all the way to the end.
So Bond will play it over for Dan Weber. Weber, back one's in high, One hops to the glass. Kirkby around the wall. Weber holds it in temporarily. Oliveri's at the point, fires a slap shot, blockered away by Bouchard. Now Dabari comes flying in, partially dodges a hip check from Bond, but gets enough of a nudge to knock him down to the ice. Could have definitely been worse on the receiving end of that one. Just maybe losing his balance, dodging the hit. Kirkby trying to play it over for Anderson, couldn't be knocked down. Kirkby and Anderson retreat on the delayed offsides. Sergeyev tries a stretch pass. Nobody home for Watertown. This is icing against the Wolves.
We'll see if either team plays conservatively or they go for that go-ahead goal. We'll see what the strategy is. I'm sure the Black Bears will have enough faith in their defense to go all in and try to get this fourth goal as soon as possible. It would be a burger goal too, Brooks.
It would. Face off one back by Black. And Gingrich plays it off the high wall, but Dabari couldn't hold it in. Oliveri looking for a tip. And he got one. Tyson Kirkby might have deflected it out in front. And the captain's gonna lead the line. It's a Burger King burger goal for the Black Bears, and the home team has reclaimed the lead.
It's like we spoke it into existence, Brooks. It was a shot from the point. Kirkby just got a stick on it, changed directions enough to beat Bouchard. And after Watertown was able to scratch back and tie the game, Binghamton takes the lead right back. It might have hit off the defender in front and Kirkby, but it doesn't matter. It'll count all the same on the score sheet.
So the Black Bears with a go-ahead goal here. And now they're looking for more. Fletcher holding shot, fought off by Bouchard. His own man collides with him and levels the goaltender. End-to-end play now. Smith crunches hemming into the wall. Now Thompson trying to keep his feet moving. He's tied up looking for a call. Neither side getting one. Referees letting that one play out. Tabari crossing into the zone. Back checked and poked away by Bond and Thompson. Tabari with a shoulder for Thompson. Skating around like a man on the mission in that center ice face-off circle. Dabari shot, fought off by Egbert into the corner. Nobody home on the backhand pass, and Utoro calmly picks it up from the kick plate, and Connor Smith has some space to operate. He crosses over Smith, holding, trying to cut through. He's taken down as he goes flying through the air, down on his knees trying to find Utoro on the centering pass. Black Bears third line now going out there. Steven Gerbis, his first pro goal tonight, last forward on for this third line. Stretch pass, Botero got a handle on it, but Egbert melts it down. 14:39 left to go. Black Bears lead by 1 thanks to Tyson Kirkby's 23rd goal of the season.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
House of Pain ringing through here in the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena tonight. A lot of youthful fans in attendance. And they are loving it. Face off one back, and Grasby could not corral the loose puck. Watertown will come from their own end. Their dump-in attempt is stolen by Dan Stone. They try to send the rookie Gerbis on a breakaway on a stretch pass, but it's knocked down right in front of the Watertown bench. Getting a good look at hockey right here from not the best of angle as we see bodies fly. It's finally picked out. Andrew Logar with some words for the Watertown bench as he skates by. Now Logar is going to go off for a line change. Kirkby will take his spot. Stolen away by Dan Stone in front of the red line. Chips it on ahead, same corner dump in. Gingrich could not corral it. Stolen away by Utoro and then taken down behind the play. Referee letting the boys play out. Weber with a hip check on Butero and then takes a cross check in the back. Now skated out of the zone by Weber. Kirkby stretch over to Oliveri, rolled off his tape and into the corner. Oliveri uses his muscle to brush that Watertown defender off. Anderson looking for the far post, just wide. This top line for the Black Bears. Haven't really seen the combination of Anderson with Kirkby and Oliveri, but with the suspension to Gavin Yates, Jesse fitting in nicely here with this top line. Watertown is able to throw this puck down. Not going to make the line for icing. Walter is going to be forced to play it against Gamzatov. Former teammates at one point earlier this season. Stretch pass, Kirkby off his skate. And that'll be the end of that breakout for the Black Bears. Now Mercurio crossing over the line. Centering up, nobody home. As it goes through the blue paint up in the air. Pitchers and catchers have reported, but I don't think the hitters have made their way to spring training. And that would have taken a baseball bat to knock that one out of the air. Thornton centers up. Egbert reaching out. Loose puck still available. Makes its way back over to the locker room corner. Sergeyev slaps it down low. One-on-one. Weber crunched by Gamzatov. As this one makes it out, deflected off of Gabeau's stick into the Watertown bench with 12:23 left here in the third period.
Dan Weber definitely taking a bit of a beating today. He's been having the body thrown at him left and right, taking it like a champ, getting right back up, and not missing a shift. So Dan Weber showing why he's one of the leaders on this team, Brooks.
You know, the joke was this week with Tyson Kirkby and Jesse Anderson gone up in the SP for a couple of days and away from the team, that they were actually going to get a lowercase c and put it on Dan Weber's jersey as the interim captain as the team.
That would have been great.
I asked EJ to make a Photoshop graphic of it, but we just didn't have time to get to it. But Dan Weber really stepping up his leadership capabilities, and it was noted by Coach Sherwood. Now Dabari over for Lord. He took his eye off of the puck. Already thinking about the shot. Got a Black Bear taken or knocked down in the corner. And
it looks like Dakota Bond.
It's a good eye call. Equipment trainer Elise Wilbur rushing down to tend to the injured Black Bear on the ice. And silence falling into the arena now as they're going to rush a towel down to Dakota Bond. He's right in front of the Zamboni corner. Bond making his way up to his knees. He's trying to find his grip on that half wall. And rare occasion, Dakota Bond's going to skate out of the Zamboni door. And his teammates are going to help him off, along with some members of the ice crew. So Dakota Bond gets an ovation from the crowd.
Good to see him kind of walk off under his own power with a little bit of help. Definitely some blood on the ice, so Dakota Bond must have been cut. If you want to look for any bright side in where they were holding the towel, it looked like it was above the eye. and nowhere near the neck or the wrists or anywhere that could really cause a life-threatening issue, but can't say for sure.
So the Worldwide Sports Supply ice crew is shoveling up. Here, as you see Vaughn taken out.
All right, it looks like it was Lord's stick that hit him up high and not a skate, which is a good sign, but still never good when you see anyone leaking on the ice.
So that while we were looking at Dakota Bond, they have put in a 4-minute double minor up on the big board. So Binghamton looks like they're going to be headed to a power play here as they're trying to sort this out. Big shout out to Josh and the entire video team once again providing us with some great angles all night long. And Trevor Lord is in fact heading to the penalty box at the 8:06 mark of the period. So Binghamton on their now third and fourth power plays of the night.
Ice crew still working down there to get the playing surface ready to go.
It's our friend Kyle from the arena maintenance staff as well. Shout out Kyle, always here in the afternoons. Getting some airtime tonight. And the doors closed. Looks like we're ready to go. And the Black Bears on their third Henny Hard Seltzer power play. This is a 4-minute double minor at 8:06. So the Black Bears can get some goals in the bank here with an extended man advantage. Tie up in the corner, and Watertown will be content with that. This takes away precious man-up time for Binghamton, as it's going to be skated away. Watertown with numbers, if they hurry, could be a 3-on-2. Played across the ice for Thornton. Kirkby pins him up against the wall, and Binghamton ends that shorthanded chance for the Wolves. Kills off the first 35 seconds. Oliveri sweeps past Mercurio. Drops it back for Logar. Everybody gets set up. Oliveri trying to dance around. Backhand pass over to Smith. Kirkby to Logar in the bumper. Couldn't get a handle on it. As it gets hopped up. Glove down in that far face-off circle. Oliveri back over for Tyson Kirkby and load up. Oliveri tipped wide, shattered his stick in the process. Dylan Konechny leaning over the bench to give Oliveri a new twig. So Kirkby lost the handle on it. Mercurio able to float this one out. First minute and a half gone. Egbert plays the puck all the way back over to Thompson. Kirkby knocked down by Pavlov. Still available. It's in the skates of a couple of players. And Stone calmly gets it over to Oliveri. And denied. Thornton was going to try to go short-handed. He ran into Oliveri. 10 seconds left in the first portion of the double minor. To Trevor Lord. Stone out wide, throws on the brakes, reverses around. Stone to Utoro, shot, kick save, rebound.
Wow.
And it is kept out of the net by Bouchard. Utoro with a great shot. Utoro tried to grab his third goal of the season. Then Thompson tried to clean up the rebound, and Bouchard makes the save. Binghamton does not convert on the first portion of that. So now they have a minute 58 to talk about it when we come back.
Jersey, bring us the Hennies! Yeah! All right, I got the Hennies. Constantly's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. win like that calls for a real celebration.
Oh, yeah.
I have one on the
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at Excite Motorsports.
Welcome back, everybody. Want to give a special happy birthday to our dear friend Megan Sanford, member of the Ice House Hawks. You see her right there on our screen. She turned 23 this week, and we told her we'd get her up on the video board in the live stream for a birthday present from the Black Bears. Megan, one of our super fans, comes to practice multiple times a week, and very happy that she was able to enjoy a belated birthday here with the Black Bears. Utoro holds the puck in temporarily at the line. Gingrich misfires on the clear. See if the Black Bears can make the Wolves pay. Anderson down low for Stone. And he makes his way back up towards the blue line. He's marked by a couple of Wolves. Over to Weber. And Dan Weber getting rewarded with some power play time right now, Cole.
Yeah, it was kind of like when they had Mathieu Boilard standing in front of the net early on in the season. Weber doing more of the same. And he has just looked offensively on point tonight, Weebs. I'm surprised he hasn't found the back of the net, Brooks, and I wouldn't be surprised if he still does.
So Dan Weber playing a great game. That puck ricocheted off the crossbar and immediately into the safety net. That thing got out of here in a hurry.
These last two games, Weber is playing some of the best hockey he's played this season, in my opinion, Brooks.
Binghamton off the face-off, maintains control at the line in the form of Jesse Anderson. Minute 20 left to go in the Henny Hard Seltzer man advantage. Anderson back over to Weber. Weber, wrister, paddle down by Bouchard. It's pinballing around to the side of his net and Dan Stone. It's a D-to-D. Weber back over for Anderson. Wrist shot. It was tipped, I believe, wide by Utoro. If we get another stoppage here with this power play unit out there, I got a good talking point. Weber for Jesse Anderson. Thompson now onto the ice as the Black Bears roll a partial change. Weber shot snared by Bouchard, but wanted to circle to that point. Dan Stone, Dan Weber, Andrew Utoro, and who was our other guy out there? But just think about those three for a second. 2 months ago, never think about those guys being on the power play. That just shows to show how much faith that the coaching staff have in their players and the way that they've been developing as the season goes along.
And their system, especially. They feel that they can slot anyone in. Uh-oh.
So here comes Watertown shorthanded. Dabari comes in, tries to go through the 5-hole, and Egbert squeezes the legs tight and has nothing for Dabari. Kirkby now at the red line. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Black Bears. Captain tries to play it up to the line, and it's intercepted. Now Graspy coming around. Smith trying to use his frame. A shot deflected, and Egbert uses the post to make sure he doesn't drift into the net and allow a Watertown shorthanded tally.
Well, it's been an interesting game. We've seen a lot of interesting things tonight, Brooks. Egbert looks like he's going to have to adjust his pad as his strap seems to have come undone. Really took everything out of him to make that save. And he'll get reset. 11 seconds to go still on this Binghamton power play, the double minor. Looks like they got one more good rush to try to get something out of it.
Trevor Lord probably going to rejoin the play as soon as he comes out of the box. He's been sitting down for a while. Watertown does a good job on that face-off, enough to tie up the Black Bears in their own end, inadvertently killing the rest of the power play for the Black Bears. They go 0 for 2 on the double minor. They are 1 for 4 on the night. Kirkby's shot from the line is easily snared by Bouchard, and he drops it back for his defenseman to start the breakout. Shot down. Skate race, no icing as Trevor Lord beats Walters to the spot. Botero coming in on a 2-on-1 board battle for the Wolves, but an errant pass allows the Black Bears to pull it out of harm's way. Oliveri from the red line dumps it in, sensing his team needing a change. And now Lord fly in with his sleeves rolled up high. Nobody home for Watertown, and this is no doubt icing against the visitors.
Yeah, no one really getting those passes through the zone here. It seems as though the visitors and the home team not really connecting the way they'd like to, but Binghamton more than happy to skate out these last 7 minutes and 12 seconds. It's Watertown who needs to get up and on their horse and get an equalizer before things are too late.
YMCA getting the crowd energized here. Dan Stone's wrister looking for the top corner. Rides a little bit too high over the crossbar. Trevor Lord sidesteps Jesse Anderson. Tries to glide the backhand. It was on target for Botero looking for his second. And instead, Egbert made the save. Gingrich, self-pass to his forehand off the wall. Watertown will change while this puck is tied up against the wall. Get a great look at it in your living room thanks to our video team. And you see now that Jesse Anderson picks the loose puck out of the corner and starts to break out from behind his own net. Toro goes out wide, deflected off of a stick and out of play as he was crunched up against the wall.
Binghamton down to only 4 defenders now, Brooks, as both Jake Schultz and Dakota Bond out of the contest. It's going to be a lot on Walters, Weber, Liam Anderson, and Dan Stone. We'll see how Coach Sherwood manages them.
Now it's Elio Bouchard's turn to adjust his equipment. I believe he is tying his pants. Do not want your pants to come undone.
That's not ideal.
No. So a little bit of a line shuffle for the Black Bears. Tyson Kirkby centering Connor Smith and Austin Thompson right now. Kirkby wins the faceoff back. Weber with some space. His wrister is blocked. Loose puck rebound knocked in by Austin Thompson. What hand-eye coordination from the captain to get it over to Thompson, and the Black Bears grab an insurance goal that they were looking for.
Austin Thompson, a net front guy, goes to his office, goes to work, gets that puck right on his stick. When you're lucky, it's better to be lucky than good. And for Austin Thompson, both are true, as now Binghamton extends their lead 5-3 with just 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play.
So Tyson Kirkby now with a multi-point night, and Austin Thompson picks up his 13th of the season. And Thompson,
there are 6 Wolves on the ice.
Well, one of them was getting an explanation from one of the referees.
The point I was going to bring up before the Thompson goal, Brooks, is I wonder if Coach Sherwood switched Jesse Anderson off that line so that he can use Jesse as a defenseman now down to 4.
Could be. We'll see where Jesse Anderson slots in next time we see him on the ice. Was not on the ice for that last goal, so we have to be a little patient.
Jesse can't have all the assists. He's got to share the fun times.
That's true. Big hit laid on by Dan Weber just past the Black Bears bench. Now Binghamton looking for more. Thompson comes in, backhander, scores!
He did it again!
Banked it off of the goalie. Binghamton on fire in the third period. Make it 6-3 Black Bears here on Asha night.
2 goals in 17 seconds for Austin Thompson, and listen to the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena roar. The Bear Cave has come alive, Brooks. It's a 6-3 lead. Binghamton playing Binghamton hockey once again.
So Trevor Lord has asked for something, and the referee shook his head. But looks like we're good to go. So 6 minutes left to go. Black Bears lead by 3. Austin Thompson scores twice in 17 seconds.
His 13th and 14th of the season, second of the game. The first goal is assisted by number 17, Tyson Kirkby, and number 61, Dan Weber. Time of the fifth goal was 13:41. That's Thompson.
Dan Weber with a nifty little stick handle plays this one in.
The sixth goal was assisted by
Brooks, I cannot say enough good things about Dan Weber tonight.
13:58. That's Thompson from Connor Smith at 13:58.
His offensive game has been phenomenal, along with his defensive game. And look, it looks like Jesse Anderson is back onto the blue line with Liam.
Okay, so we got a 50-50 shot. Actually, we got a 100% chance if we just say Anderson as a defenseman right now. See how long that lasts. 5 minutes left to go here in the BJ's Wholesale Club third period. Kirkby holding. Binghamton is not done yet. They want to put an exclamation point on tonight. They were trying to go another short side shot. Bouchard has given up 3 short side goals tonight.
Yeah, not strong on his angles or hugging the post. And I wonder if Coach Sherwood went with Anderson and Oliveri on the ice, so he has sort of 3 defensemen, or almost like a transition in lacrosse, Brooks. He has 3 guys out there who can play defense and forward if you count Liam Anderson playing defense.
Icing against the Black Bears. They lead by 3. We'll be right back after the no. Actually, you know what? We'll stay right here as Thornton and Anderson get acquainted with each other. I believe Jesse Anderson is looking for a dance partner. Both have been ushered to the penalty box. Anderson took a cross check from Thornton. And we'll settle this when we get back. Let's take a timeout.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. This has not stopped while we were away.
What I wouldn't give for Frank Perney's seat right now to hear what these two are saying to each other. No glass that separates them, just a couple of seats and a couple of off-ice officials. So these two could technically go for the next 2 minutes.
So that's what started it all. But honestly, it was more entertaining once they got to the penalty box.
Yes, definitely. Definitely a highlight there. Brooks, something else that's kind of cool to note, if you look at where the Black Bears are setting up, if you look at their entrance, you can see Jake Schultz with his son standing on the glass. It's just a sweet, cute moment here for Jake and his son.
Watertown penalties number 62, Carter Thornton, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
So Thornton gets 2 for cross-checking, and I have a feeling the next penalty will start with the word E from Jesse Anderson.
Number 77, Jesse Anderson, 2 minutes for embellishment.
And would you look at that? Delayed offsides against Watertown. Anderson and Thornton are still talking with each other in the penalty box. We are at 4-on-4, people. Under 4 minutes left to go.
They're still going.
I think there's going to be some big fireworks in about a minute 17.
I would say you're probably right.
Centering pass denied. Oliveri trying to clean it up. Black Bears coming back, but could not get it past the red line. Oliveri with the steal, cuts through the middle. He's with you, Toro. And Toro just deciding to milk some clock here. It's in favor of the Black Bears, 4-on-4. Neither side allowed to ice the puck right now, as we are even terms on the ice, but not on the big board. Weber shaves up the ice with the heel turn. Gets it over to Jervis. Faith on Jervis from Coach Sherwood. 4-on-4 here, late in the third period. Lord steals this puck, crosses over the line, 30 seconds left to go with some open ice. Lord left the puck behind. Weber waiting, gets a man to chase. And this puck is shot in, steered into the net by Bouchard. 11 seconds left to go in the Thornton and Anderson minor penalties.
They're both looking up at the clock, trying to get back on the ice as soon as possible. It'll definitely create maybe some fireworks for this game, but definitely for tomorrow night's rematch.
At this point, you're setting the tone. Watertown had the early jump, had a 2-1 lead after the first period, and since then it's been all Binghamton, with a goal here in the third period early for Watertown, the only offensive production they've had. Gansitov goes out wide, shot steers wide. Those two are going to look at each other for a little bit. Now the puck comes back into the other end.
Here they go.
Here we go. Anderson and Thornton right out of the box. Punches being thrown, and a takedown from Jesse Anderson. 2:17 left to go. Some punches landed both ways, and Anderson with the reverse takedown. I didn't know he had that in the bag.
Yeah, well, you saw that coming as Jesse will hype up the crowd on his way out. The alternate captain getting the high five. A job well done by him. Thornton, not so much of the crowd approval. He'll just take the easy exit out. And you can see that one coming from a mile away, Brooks.
So there we go. They both shed the gloves. Some punches being thrown both ways. And when the way that Anderson was held up there, I'm surprised he was able to spin around like that.
Yeah, we're great. Taking some notes from maybe some other guys. Anderson gets a good licking first. Jersey comes over. I think neither one of them connected there, but Jesse with the winning blow right here as he just kind of flips over Thornton and puts him on his rear end on the ice.
So after all that, neither side gets a power play. Watertown 0 for 2 on the night. Binghamton 1 for 4. 5 on 5. We might not be done.
Well, we definitely will have maybe some, we'll say, extra motivation tomorrow night for both these squads.
Now Pavlov, Arister. And that one over the net. Now Mercurio holding, low angle, blocked away. And wow, they announced a game misconduct for not having a fight strap, but a beautiful play right there by Logar, nullifying Grasby of his first pro goal.
I've never heard that one before. Whoa, watch out.
If I'm Jesse Anderson, I am going and grabbing the jersey and showing everybody that there's a fight strap in there.
Yeah, that's it's definitely an
maybe he didn't have it buckled. That's different. But it's in there. I know. I ordered the jerseys with Bobby and EJ and picked them up from our great friends over at Muckles.
Oh, I don't know if it's really going to matter as Jesse Anderson's definitely done for tonight's last 90 seconds, I should say.
Under 90 seconds here. Cole is going to piggyback our La Quinta Inn and Suites post-game show tonight, everybody, as I will be headed down for the post-game jersey auction in the absence of Ben Sparuti, who's away this weekend. Sergeyev playing it across, nobody home for the Black Bears, or excuse me, for the Wolves here. Weber blocks a dump in front of the net. 1 minute left to go in Friday night hockey. This is a come-from-behind victory for the Black Bears. Granted, it was only a 1-goal deficit, but Binghamton hasn't really played from behind too much this season at home. And Cole, I thought tonight they showed some resilience. Didn't have their game in the first period, but they built a game as time went on.
Yeah, definitely. They didn't look like themselves in this first period, and they were able to come out strong in the next two, build a little bit each time, and this third period was really Binghamton Black Bear hockey.
Stone will up it to Kirkby for perhaps the final time of the night as the captain just dumps it in, takes a look up at the board. Next Black Bears home game is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Fourth sellout of the season here for the Black Bears.
As the crowd gets to its feet here, Brooks, on a Friday night in Binghamton.
So the Black Bears win by a final score of 6-3, pick up 3 points with a regulation win. Now with 83 on the season. They will surround Nolan Egbert and then salute the crowd as they get ready to go to bed, get ready for Saturday night's rematch at 7 o'clock. Final score here tonight, Binghamton 6, Watertown 3. We're going to take a quick timeout. Cole is coming back with super producer Peter for the La Quinta Inn and Suites post-game show. I got to go get ready for the auction, folks.
Fans, the Black Bears are right back at home tomorrow night on Saturday to take on the Watertown Wolves at 7 p.m. Cap off your hockey weekend with the Binghamton Black Bears and grab your tickets now at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Should I get a COVID vaccine? I have concerns.
Are there still health risks associated with COVID if I don't get a vaccine?
Does getting the vaccine protect others around me?
The answer is yes. Getting the COVID vaccine protects you from serious illness and those around you that you may expose, especially those with certain health issues. Ask your healthcare professional about your concerns and the easiest way for you to get a vaccine. Remember, it's not just COVID.
All about you make me think of good things. Good things. Like calming tempers down. Good things. And passing them around. So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Welcome back inside Visions Veteran Memorial Arena as you get a look at the third star of the game, Steven Jervis, who's going to apparently not get the memo that he has to come out and throw a t-shirt to the crowd, but that's all right, as you get a little bit of spoilers and who's going to be the next few. And now the captain will take his salute. And the number 1 star coming up in just a second. I'm pretty sure you can guess who it is at home just by looking at who was standing there and by who scored the goals. So those were your Rocco J. Testani 3 stars of the game. One more time. Binghamton's rookie, number 15, Steven Jervis, with his first pro game with his first pro goal. Number 17 has there Steven Jervis to take his lap on the ice. You get a look at Austin Thompson. Jervis has made his way. Second star of the game was Tyson Kirkby he's the second star. Number 1 star is Austin Thompson with 2 goals tonight. And we're going to get right to the recap tonight for this game against the Wolves, and it started out a little rocky for the Black Bears after they got the first goal. They gave up the next two. But let's go back to a little bit of rewind and let's see how this one played out. First goal was the Black Bears' Connor Smith beating Elioy Bouchard almost from the goal line. Then Watertown responded. Botero and Tomasi within a minute of each other, both getting the primary assist on the other's goal. Then in the second period, it would be Steven Jervis who deflected his first goal of his pro career on his first game night. Congrats to him, the third star of the game. Then Andrew Logar gave the Black Bears their first lead since the first period on the power play. Logar off and running in that bumper spot. Watertown would tie it, though, to start the third period. Trevor Lord found the back of the net, carrying a bit of the load with no Tate Leeson or Chai Wetton Blacksmith. So that's where we stood until Austin Thompson scored his 2 goals later on. Tyson Kirkby's would come first, however. 3:37, Kirkby gave the Black Bears the lead once again with a deflection in front. And then the aforementioned Thompson, 17 seconds apart, brought this one to 6-3. Binghamton's goaltender, Nolan Egbert, now has a stat line of 6-2-1. He is the winning goaltender tonight, so we'll take one last look at the out-of-town scoreboard before I let you go. And not much seems to have changed since we last left. Elmira storming back a little bit against Danbury. Danbury still leads 3-2. They're wrapping up their game. They should be in the final minutes. Mississippi and the Blue Ridge Bobcats still tied at 1. That game could be looking at extra time. Carolina has opened up a 4-goal lead, 4-0 on Baton Rouge. And the Columbus River Dragons up by a touchdown, an extra point. They lead 7-0 over the Motor City Rockers. For my partner Brooks Hill, super producer Peter, everyone associated with the Binghamton Black Bears, my name is Cole Parenti. Brooks and I will be back tomorrow night when the Black Bears have a rematch against these Watertown Wolves. Have a good night.